Hey, it's Mike. I am back and I'm ready to go with some more Krishna stuff. I got some knitting cult lady, of course, and I got some super white Hindu videos, and I got some other stuff to talk about as well. Um, so I'm going to go right into the opening, so we can get this going right away. Um, Welcome to the show. Before I get to the opening, um, the pre-recorded, the expensive, high-quality opening. I just want to say, I'm Mike Sandoval. I was in the Hare Krishnas for 20 years. I've been out for 14 years, and this is where we have a lot of fun. We talk about cults, we learn about cults, and we share our ex-cult experiences here. And hey, we got Joe Lynn. How you doing? Good to see you. So that's what we do here. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun here. And so welcome. If you're new, welcome to the stream. And now it's the exciting, the very exciting and overproduced opening.
Hello?
Hello.
All right. Thanks for sticking that out. Hey, we got fake human here running after that kiwi. Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do. Um, so yeah, I got Snot Nananda. Yeah. Speaking of him, so before I get to knitting cult lady, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go out of order a little bit. Before I get to knitting cult lady, we're gonna do this. All right. So last night I mentioned an email that I got from someone in Gora Hari's Sangha, and they requested to be anonymous, total anonymity. I said, okay. So all I mentioned last night was that I got this email, and they said, hey, good job. Good job. And that was it. And that's all I said. But last night, there was about like 4 or 5 of these Gora Hari people in the chat. There was a Hot Feet and that Andromeda Pabalazzo or whatever. And then there was I think Thomas Reeves and a Glean, a couple other people were in, and they were talking, and it was fine, no big deal. But I guess they told him about this. I guess they told him about this person sent this email. Now, of course, I could have made that whole thing up, right? Because it's anonymous. I could have just been making that up. But evidently he is pissed off about that, and he was today. He was going off about that, like he doesn't know who that person is, and that person is a snake or something. I don't know. I wasn't. I just listened for like 5 seconds because I heard him talking about it. When I clicked on, he was saying, this person goes over there to Mike's channel, and then they're over here. What? And I was like, oh, that's funny. Like that. Anyway, so what I was thinking was like, wow, he's just so fixated on the cult guy. So he then mentioned, and this is where it's like, like we're documenting. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, Jenna. It's like we're documenting the meltdown of this guy in real time, because today, hey, Eliana, today he was talking to them, and he was calling me that I'm Sisu Paul, and he was telling them about that I it's too it's it wouldn't if that's all it was, it'd be no big deal. But this is what he's talking about. He's telling them I'm Sisu Paul. So this is what it says in the Bhagavatam. So it says, bereft of all good fortune, Sisu Paul spoke these and other insults, but the Supreme Lord said nothing, just as a lion ignores a jackal's cry. Upon hearing such intolerable blasphemy of the Lord, several members of the assembly covered their ears and walked out, angrily cursing the king of Seti. Anyone who fails to immediately leave the place where he hears criticism of the Supreme Lord or his faithful devotee will certainly fall down, bereft of his pious credit. That's what he was preaching. That this person who's like a double agent, the spy, is going to fall down, and they're not honest. All this stuff, whatever he was saying, I didn't hear it all. So then the next verse. Then the sons of Pandu became furious, and together with the warriors of the Matsya, Kalkaya, and Srinjaya clans, they rose up from their seats with weapons poised, ready to kill Sisu Paul. They're ready to kill him. Undaunted, Sisu Paul then took up his sword and shield in the midst of all the assembled kings, O Bharata, and hurled insults at those who sided with Lord Krishna. How dare you insult the devotees of the Lord? Right? How dare you? Next verse. At that point, the Supreme Lord stood up and checked his devotees. He then angrily sent forth his razor-sharp disc and severed the head of his enemy as he was attacking. So what he's saying is, he says, next verse. When Sisu Paul was thus killed, a great roar and howl went up from the crowd. Where have we heard that before? Where have we heard where the when someone's killed, these people cheer and have a big party, right? How dare you insult? How dare you insult? How dare you insult a great devotee like Hari, like Gora Hari? How dare I insult a great devotee like Gora Hari? I'm just like Sisu Paul. I should have my head chopped off by Krishna's razor-sharp chakra. Too much violence for me. Too much violence. Too much. Yes. I mean, what is he saying? You tell me what he's saying. Or you tell me.
Just walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the Hara. Just walk away.
Yeah, he must talk about me all the time, because no matter when I click on his thing, I just click on. I don't have time to. First of all, I couldn't take sitting there listening to him. I just can't take it. You know, not even a tiny bit. But when I click on it, he's talking about. I mean, he's talking about me because I guess he's never had anyone challenge him or anything. I mean, I guess in the 20 or 40 years that he's been doing this bullshit, he's never had anyone say anything. And now he's got me. It's not just somebody. It's the 20-year ex-Hare Krishna cult expert guy. That's who it is. It's not just like some disgruntled disciple that he can bullshit. No, I was with Yashodananda for 10 years, more than 10 years, but I was the secretary of the Hare Krishna Society for 10 years. So he's evidently he can't shut up. If he was even a fraction of what he thinks of who he thinks he is and what he's teaching, he wouldn't give a fuck about me. Can you imagine the Dalai Lama or the Pope or something giving a fuck about some idiot on YouTube that's talking shit? I mean, seriously. Some holy man who's got the highest realization of self and God and Krishna Prem and Rupa Nuga and then that, he's got time to talk about me all day? It's absolutely insane. I mean, that right there tells you everything you need to know. But now he's got to the point where he like, I need to just die. That's what he said. That's basically what he's saying. Is like, this guy needs to just die. Krishna needs to kill him. That's the next step. If this guy won't shut up, it's like the Ayatollah. It's like the Taliban. It's like, if this guy won't shut up, we got to put a jihad out on him. This guy needs to just die. Like Salocha, I mean, he's not. I mean, I'm not taking it like a threat like that, but it is. I mean, I'm just taking. It is what it is. I mean, if he's comparing me to someone who was killed by Krishna with having his head chopped off, I mean, you don't have to go very far to figure out what he's trying to say. That's why these fuckers are dangerous. These fucking people, he's a psychopath. Telling these people it's okay. If something happens to me, it's okay. Because when Sisupal was killed, a great roar and howl went up from the crowd. These fucking guys, these people are insane. I'm telling you, they're friggin' insane, man. I mean, if you don't know about Sisupal, if you don't know the story, you wouldn't. What do you think? I don't know? Does he think I don't know? Like we don't know? And he's gonna broadcast that on his channel to his followers. That I'm like a guy who got his head chopped off for insulting the devotees of the Lord, and all the devotees of the Lord got up and were ready to kill him, and Krishna said, "No, hold on, let me do it," and threw his disc over and chopped his head off, and that's who I am. He's telling his people that that's who I am. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm not going to report him to the FBI or anything. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what he's trying to say. I mean, I don't know what else he's trying to say. Well, why else would you call me Sisupal? You corner these guys, and look what they do. Salochan cornered these guys, and when they shot him in the head. They go right to the violence. Yeah, they can come here and defend him, but These people, these people love their violence, man. They get violence in their book, racism, sexism, child marriage, chopping people's heads off, and then they think that they can go around and compare somebody that they don't like to somebody who deserves to get their head chopped off because it's in their friggin' fairy tale book. Hey, let's check out my fairy tale book. You know, Mike's just like this guy in the fairy tale book that got his head chopped off. That's who Mike is. Yeah, you know, because he figured it finally dawned on him who I am. It finally dawned on him who I am. That I'm with Yashodanandan for 10 years, longer, 10, 15 years, 10 years as the secretary of the Hare Krishna Society. I'd known Yashoda longer than that. He finally dawned on him. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, hey, Eliana, I hope you're feeling better. You know, because the other thing that I was saying was they're a bunch of ISKCON rejects, and they know they're ISKCON rejects, and he's an ISKCON reject. So they got the guru that they deserve. The ISKCON reject disciples that can't make it in ISKCON got a guru that can't make it in ISKCON, and he knows it's true. He knows that's a fact, and he knows it. Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. So anyway, he's indirectly making a threat of violence towards me. He's basically telling his followers that I deserve to have my head chopped off. I mean, what else do you want to call it? What else do you want to call it? It didn't take long. It didn't take long for the death threats and the violence to come out with these people. Johnny Gibb was in ISKCON for 40 years before jumping ship. Yeah, because, yeah, and she was in ISKCON, but was she in ISKCON? When people say they were in ISKCON, what does that mean? Like my friend Bir Lakshman was in ISKCON. He's a Prabhupada disciple. He was initiated in 1971 or 1970, 71, but he wasn't like in ISKCON, but he was in ISKCON. I mean, what does it even mean? So yeah, she could have been initiated back whenever. She could have been on some traveling Sankirtan party or serving in somewhere for 10, 15 years or whatever, and then she was still. I mean, I don't know. What does that mean when They're not first and second. They're not anything. Because the little bit that I heard him today, he was saying how that they're on such a level that they're just beyond everything. They're beyond everything, and we don't understand it. We just don't get it. And nobody in ISKCON gets it, and Yashodananda doesn't get it, and we don't get it. Nobody gets it. And because we don't get it, I deserve to have my head chopped off. That's what I got out of his lecture. I listened for about like 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes, like 2 minutes, and I heard that I was Sissy Paul and that I needed my head chopped off. Yeah, I mean, I should have been. By the time I left ISKCON after 20 years, they should have been calling me His Grace Sri Mukunda Das Adhikari or whatever. That's who I should have been. That's what they should have been calling me, because I see guys in there now being called His Holiness, His Grace, and they look like they're 15 years old, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Who's this person? But I didn't get second initiation. I barely got first initiation because I was a Ritvik. And they didn't want to do it. So I was like, come on, man. What's up with that? It's crazy, man. Yeah, so this Janaki, maybe she's in ISKCON, she's doing whatever. I mean, she's initiated by Jayapataka or maybe Prabhupada, I don't know. But I gotta say, like, what are you doing with this knucklehead? If you were in ISKCON for any amount of time and now you're with this knucklehead, that tells me something. I mean, it really does. That tells me something. I don't know what it tells me, but it tells me something. I'll figure it out. When I figure it out, I'll let you know. But it tells me something. There's a flag. There's a couple red flags going up, going, hey, this person was in ISKCON and now they're with this freaking total knucklehead dude. That's a red flag, man. That's a freaking red flag. I mean, that's crazy. So anyway, but see, that's the thing. They're so out of it. They're so out of it that someone come track me down in the jungle. I gotta worry about, like one of the stunning Freddy's. Like, well, Guru Maharaj did say that he's Sisupal, so I'm gonna go chop his head off like that guy did to Jaya Tirtha. It's not like these people aren't nuts. It's not like they haven't had their heads chopped off before. It's not like these people go around killing each other. It's crazy. Prabhupada was giving first initiation. 6 months later, he'd give somebody second initiation. And then a year later, he's like, okay, you're a sannyas. I know, what the fuck is that? Prabhupada was insane. He thought that he really thought he was, he thought he was Gaur Hari. Prabhupada thought he was Gaur Hari. He thought he was like turning these people into friggin' holy men. It's friggin', it's crazy, man. Freddie has that knowing smile. Man, they all got something about them, man. Freddie's got something, a yawning man. Noodles and Noodles looks like she's trying to try and figure out what the fuck is going on. She's like, and these people, they're nice people. They're just deluded by this guy. He's a psychopath, and they've fallen under his spell. Any cult expert would tell you, what they're doing is dangerous, and it's dangerous because look, he's telling them I'm Sisupal. I'm a guy that should have my head chopped off. And and he's probably going to delete that video because I'm talking about it now, and he's probably going to say, "Oh yeah, you know what? Mike's right. I should probably take that down." I mean, I'm not reporting it as a stochastic terrorist threat, but that's basically what it is. I mean, it really is. That's basically what it is.
Boring.
Yeah. So, I know. that one of Noodles, that's totally Noodles right in the middle. That's Noodles and Yawning Man, and then you got Stunning Freddy. It's Cuckoo's Nest. It's a Cuckoo's Nest. Okay, now this is really exciting for me because this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been waiting for. It's first we're gonna do this. This is what I've been waiting for. Here we go.
So what did I mean when I say it's important to know your cult families? Well, we were talking about Tulsi Gabbard and the cult that she was born and raised and is still in, the Science of Identity Foundation, which came out of the Hare Krishna cult, which these days is called ISKCON because cults love to rebrand and I love to not let them. Um, Seventh-day Adventists came out of a thing called the Millerites and their great disappointment when the world did not end. Out of Seventh-day Adventists come Jehovah's Witnesses. Out of Jehovah's Witnesses come the Branch Davidians. Out of the Branch Davidians, or in response, supposedly, to the Branch Davidians, comes Timothy McVeigh and the Oklahoma City bombing. With Alcoholics Anonymous, you have the Oxford group first, then comes Alcoholics Anonymous, then comes out of Alcoholics Anonymous, Synanon, a very horrible and abusive labor cult that apparently Cesar Chavez was associated with. And out of evangelicalism, you have Amy Semple McPherson, who touched so many leaders that, in my opinion, later became evangelical cult leaders. Out of Amy Semple McPherson, you have the Christian Missionary Alliance. Out of the Christian Missionary Alliance, you have a man called David Berg, who gets kicked out for being a creepy pedophile. And he starts a group called the Children of God, which I was born and raised in, one of the world's most notorious cults. Of course, Catholics have spawned all kinds of stuff. Out of the Mormons, you get the fundamentalist Latter day Saints, but also many other breakaway kinds of groups. And in fact, the Children of God founders studied quite a bit of Mormonism. So we have a lot of Mormon influences in the Children of God as well, even though they can be hard to see. So I think it's important to know that these things are connected and know the history of these things, including things like white vegetarianism and white veganism comes into America in the 1800s through Seventh-day Adventists and eugenics, not the ideas of health and the ideas of animal rights still hadn't really occurred. It was about being white. That is why I tell people if you are a white vegetarian or a white vegan in today's America and you haven't deconstructed and decolonized, you are probably putting some eugenics things into your practice of how you are eating. This is why it's important to know your cult families even today. I'm Danielle, a scholar of cults, extreme groups, and extremely bad leadership. And I, of course, wrote a memoir about the cult I grew up in. I've also written this book, The Culting of America, my cult tactics book. And I talk about quite a few of those groups I mentioned in here.
So I found that really interesting because I didn't realize that all of those, like she said, from this cult, from the Seventh-day Adventists came this, and then from them became, the Jehovah's Witness or whatever, and it just kept going until it got to the Branch Davidians, and then it got to this Timothy McVeigh guy, the guy that blew up the building in Oklahoma. So, like she said, know your cult, know your cult family, and our friend Gorahari, he's in the cult family of ISKCON, of Prabhupada. He believes in the violence in the Bhagavatam. He believes that people like Salochan should be dealt with. He believes in that stuff. And I mean, it's just the way it is. And she's absolutely right. You got to know, like some of these cults, like some of these gurus. I don't know if they're in ISKCON, if they're Narayan Maharaj, or if they're completely. I mean, so many people mention, or I see a video and I don't know who that person is, but I know that if they're in ISKCON or they're Prabhupada connected, then I know that family. And if I see somebody's glorifying Prabhupada, boom, I know exactly who that person is. Or they got some kind of sampradaya, and I see Bhakti Siddhanta in there, or Bhakti Vinod, or even if it's just a Chaitanya worshiper, then I gotta go. Okay, so you say Chaitanya, and you got the 6 Goswamis, and then what are you coming through the Nityananda line? That's not real. Or you coming through who's that? Advaita Acharya's line, or some other line? Who does it, like my dad said, what difference does it make? What difference does it make? They believe in the Vedic culture and the child marriage and all of that stuff. and they believe in these stories, and they believe in Cecil Paul getting his head chopped off. And that's what it is. Okay, some more knitting cult lady. Let me see. Know your cult family. So she absolutely knows about Hare Krishna, and people are asking her because of Tulsi Gabbard. So maybe she'll have me on there. Maybe she'll have me on there one day, and I can fill her in on some stuff. Here we go with because here she is. She's talking more about. Let me see. Hold on a second. Let me see. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think this is.
Some were boring. A friend introduced me. My sister got involved, and I tagged along one night and got Shaktipat. Others were miraculous, like one I'd recently heard in LA. I was in the ICU, heart attack, and asked the nurse what she was reading. She told me Play of Consciousness by this guru, Baba Swami Muktananda. The next night, I had a dream in which Baba, Guru Mai's guru, told me I'd be fine, but I needed to heal my heart by loving. I bought the book as soon as I got out of the hospital, and the rest is history. What would I tell the lovely redhead whose name, I gleaned from her name tag, was Joan, about how I'd gotten involved? Would I tell her about feeling so lost and alone in LA that I almost took my own life, but instead chanted the mantra and everything changed? No, that was too much for dinner. Should I tell her about the dream with Guru Mai, or start from way back when I was little and loved God but hated temple, wanting something I couldn't name? She's a seeker. I looked at Gab for direction. Very slowly, she said. Everyone at the table laughed. I decided on simple and true. For a reason I couldn't understand, I was attracted to this set designer from a play I was in. A man nodded his head as if he'd had an attraction, too. I kept thinking about him, and when I learned a year later that his best friend and mine had started dating, they set us up. He brought me to a center one night. We didn't work out, but the mantra did. And I have to say, it is quite common for people to be brought into high control groups by a friend whom they love or a love interest, right? And so comradely love, or love can be something that draws people in. Before I could ask them for their stories, they pushed their chairs back and got up with their trays, bobbing their heads and wishing me a good intensive. Gab and I sat for a moment in the silence that followed the clatter, and then we made our way to the bus stop to catch a ride to Sadhana Kutir. Check out this nameless.
So, sorry, I missed the part where she sits down. I really wanted you to hear that part, and I guess I didn't cue it. I passed it, but she's talking about how when she gets to the center and they're sitting down to have they're going to have prasadam or whatever, she starts to tell her story, and she says, somebody asked someone how they got there, and they start to tell their story, and she says how every cult has their story. Like how we have we do the magical mystery story, and every devotee's got their story. Every cult does that. Every cult has their magical mystery story, and I didn't know that. I thought that was like Krishna's. That was the Hare Krishna thing. From Prabhupada's books, millions of lifetimes and all that. But she says no. Every cult has that, where it's because you found it, and so it's a magical mystery story. So anyway, I missed that. I wanted you to see that. You can go check her out though, Knitting Cult Lady. This is called when a yoga ashram. When is a yoga ashram actually a cult compound? And as we know, Hare Krishna temples are a cult compound. It's set up to be a temple, but it's really just a cult headquarters. It's a cult headquarters. So I wanted to comment on this about the Jagannath. I don't know. I don't know how old Jagannath worship is. Jagannath worship is pretty old. I think it's one of the oldest things like that's been going on. You know, like Burning Man. It's like it's been going on longer than they don't know how. You know, like they don't know how far back the Jagannath. You know, and I think that I don't think that Jagannath. I don't know if that's Krishna. I think it's like they just like I think they. That's just me. I'm just saying. You know, someone's gonna say, "No, Mike, you're absolutely wrong," and you know, I could be, but I think that they just kind of mesh two ancient stories. You know, they kind of push the Krishna story into the Jagannath story, or vice versa, or whatever. That's what I think. I think the Jagannath goes back before Krishna, and Krishna, and I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Gaurahari's clowns could no longer be saved by how brainwashed they are. It's like talking to us when we were in ISKCON for 10, 20 years. It won't work. We lived it and wasted our life. Yeah, I mean, I remember, I mean, I used to go out and talk to people, and people would trying to explain to me that, you know, Krishna was that Krishna Cult, you know, why are you a Hare Krishna? And I'd preach to them. I'd be like, oh, well, you know, we're not the body. Don't you know we're not the body? Look at the picture. See the picture? We're not the body. And you got to serve somebody. Everybody's got to serve somebody, no matter what. You know, I had my technique. I wasn't like a preacher guy, but I knew what I was talking about. And you know, like Gaurahari, I could do what he's doing. I mean, my friend Radhakunda was more Gaurahari than Gaurahari. I mean, seriously. My friend Radhakunda and Sri Maya, they know so much more than Gaurahari. And I would just sit around and talk with them. We were all buddies, friends, sitting around talking. You think Yashodananda would have me around and make me the secretary of his organization? If I didn't know anything, didn't know what I was talking, I couldn't have a conversation with him or anything like that. Like you think Yashodananda Swami? You should notice Yashodananda Swami that was preaching around South India with Guru Kripa. You think he'd want me around if I didn't know anything? I mean, I'm not trying to brag about me. I'm just saying these clowns, you know, like what you're saying, these clowns, they don't, I mean, like Raphael. Like I ask Raphael stuff because, I mean, he's hanging out with Bhakti Vikash and Indra Yumna Swami. I ask him stuff because I figure he knows stuff. And, you know, a lot of you, Duke of Squirrel and Joe Lynn and Eliana, I mean, all of us, right? I mean, it's crazy to think that it's crazy for Hot Feet to think that she's gonna come in here and like she's gonna talk whatever she talks and like that's gonna mean it, like that's gonna mean anything. Like it's gonna mean like her preaching like her preaching has any weight at all. Hey Ghana, what's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you, man. So I'm trying to catch up on some of these. I'm trying to catch up. Wait, I missed? Did I miss somebody? Sasuke Chiha. Bro, which religion do you believe in? I don't find it necessary to believe in one. You have one? What do you believe in? I don't find it necessary. I mean, I don't. Does Hot Feet have bright red toenails? Yeah, we should ask her to, if we can see them sometime. Um, okay, so I guess I'm caught up. I didn't want see sometimes when I get backed up on the comments, I guess people think I'm censoring them or I'm not answering. I'm just it takes me a while to get through to everything. So if you're still there, I'm not trying to ignore you or anything. Seriously, I'm not censoring you or ignoring you or nothing. I got a bunch of comments ahead, a bunch of comments before yours, man. Um, yeah. So okay. So that was knitting cult lady uh, with the yoga ashram. Okay. And so we did. So there was another thing that was on this on this Reddit, and I knew about this because I'd read about it years ago. I mean, I think most of us know. Most of us ex devotees know, but there's a lot of people that are watching that don't know. There's a lot of Gorahari people watch now. I know they come in and watch, and I know there's some other ISKCON people that are watching. I know because I know there's not all Gorahari people, and my views have just going through the roof. So I know ISKCON people are watching too. Um, but I know a lot of people don't know about the Sampradaya, ISKCON Sampradaya, with these jokers that they have, Prabhupada and Bhakti Siddhanta and and Bhakti Vinod and Gorakishore Gorakishore Das Babaji and Jagannath Das Babaji, or whatever his name is. And they don't know the truth. They don't know the truth about these guys. And so I found this on the Reddit page, and somebody had mentioned something, and I thought I'd just share it. We could talk about it because I know everybody's got their own opinion on it. So Ananta Vasudev he was the next acharya after Bhakti Siddhanta, I guess, or I guess he took over after Bhakti Siddhanta left. This Ananta Vasudev, I think. Uh, so I believe this is Don Pearson actually wrote this. He's an old time devotee, he knows. But I heard this too. But anyway, a lot of you don't know this, and this is what it says. He says Ananta Vasudev left because Sundarananda Vidya Vinod, Bhakti Siddhanta's head scholar, whom he praised up and down, discovered through his research that they had no guru parampara. That's why he left. So actually, Prabhupada said there was some scandal and he fell down and all that stuff. But the truth is, he left because there's no parampara. Bhakti Siddhanta is not initiated. He has no guru. He's a bunch of these guys. Okay, so then he goes on. He says there was a big announcement. I think it was 1936 or 37, where everyone was told that there was no guru parampara, and the sannyasis were all told to go home and stop with the charade, the cosplaying, stop with the cosplaying, and encouraged to seek out another authentic lineage if they so desired. And Ananta Vasudev went to Vrindavan to take Diksha from the Radharaman Goswamis. And there's more to the story, he says. So then it says, He says most of the articles about this that are online are from Nitai Das and Jagadananda Das. Rest in peace, old friends of Don Pierce. He says, practicing Gaudiyas, not ISKCON, but they looked into this deeper than anyone, I can assure you. And anything else you find online is just all copy and pasting from what they've researched. So these are the guys, I believe, that Prabhupada kicked out. Nitai Das, he called him a snake. He called him a snake in the grass. He called him a black snake. He kicked him out. And Nitai went off to be, he took Diksha from someone else, somewhere else. He's still around. I believe he's still around. I'm not sure. He says rest in peace to Jagadananda Das. I don't know if Nitai Das passed away, but and Prabhupada like cursed him, and Prabhupada was not happy. Prabhupada was not happy with him. So then he says, Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada did not want his disciples knowing the controversy over this. He was afraid they would go with the anti-party, but I don't think he himself knew much about it besides what was explained by the sannyasis who stayed after the lack of Diksha was discovered. And they defended Bhaktisiddhanta's mission, explaining away all the controversy, making up lies about Ananta Vasudeva, saying he fell down with a woman and she had a child or something like that. And so that's the controversy that Prabhupada never wanted that to see the light of day. He never wanted anyone to find anything about any of that. It was hush, hush. Because that just blows the lid off of everything. Excuse me. So, in fact, none of Gaurahari's clowns have ever been in ISKCON with initiations. So that is enough said. Yeah, and I think what he does is he tells them they don't need initiation. You don't need a fire sacrifice. You don't need any of that. You just need him. Because he's on another level. You got to remember, he's on another level. He's not bound by rules. He's not bound by anything. He's not bound by he's not bound by anything. He can do some Rupanuga, man. We're going to do some Rupanuga. We're going to do Sanatana Goswami. We're going to do a little Bhagava, what was his name? Gopal Bhatta. We're going to do a little Gopal Bhatta, a little Rupanuga. We're going to get down. We're going to get down, you know what I mean? Unga! They don't have to be initiated. Ananda Vasudeva was he took over, I guess. And I guess they fought over it just like ISKCON did. I mean, it's all a bunch of bullshit, and they all knew it was a bunch of bullshit too. The Swami's got no clothes. Yeah, the Swami's got no kurta. He's got no kopins or whatever you want. He's got it. They're all 50-50. And then and so Gaurahari, the Gaurahari, he keeps talking about the bona fide guru, and you got to get connected, and we all of us, we were never really connected. We never really got it. We were with, I was with Yashoda, and some of you were with this guru, and some of you were that guru. Rafal was with Bhakti Vikash, and we never got it because they didn't have it, because Prabhupada didn't give it to them. But Prabhupada came in a dream and gave it to Gaurahari. I mean, that is the most insane thing, because nowhere in Prabhupada's books does Prabhupada say, I'll come to you in a dream and I'll teach you all the other stuff that I haven't taught yet. Don't worry, I'll come to you in a dream. When I think that you're ready, I'll just come to you in a dream. And you don't have to worry about it. But until then, just keep chanting. Just keep chanting until I come to you in a dream. When I come to you in a dream, everything will be okay. So fucking stupid. You know, with their crying and with their laughing and their crying. You know, and they're not even and they're not even. Well, you know, they're just cheaters and cheated, like Prabhupada says. You know, but I don't think of them that because I don't want to use that terminology. I don't want to use cult. I don't want to use cult vernacular. I don't want to use their terms. It's just he's a scammer and they're being scammed by this guy. But he's not just a scammer. This guy's a psychopath. I'm telling you, he's a psychopath. He thinks he's friggin' a god man. He thinks he's got the secrets to life, and he's no different than these faith healers and these other friggin' talking to a snake and dancing around and talking blah 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 blah, speaking in tongues and doing all that stuff with the Holy Ghost and dancing. And I mean, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know, I know it when they dismiss what we've been through, because not only look, you know, to be honest with you, it really grinds my gears because it really kind of it gets to me because not only have I heard this stuff and I know this stuff, but I've been harmed and my daughter was harmed by this stuff. And so many other people are being harmed by this stuff. So it's not like, oh, I learned ceramics but I don't do ceramics anymore. And the ceramics instructor's like, oh yeah, that Mike, he don't come around and do ceramics no more. No, it's not like that at all. It's I've heard all your bullshit, and this bullshit is damaging. And a lot of people have been damaged and harmed and hurt and PTSD and trauma and all of this stuff. There's so many people on the internet that are talking about how they left and they were hurt, harmed, and this and that. I mean, not even talking about the sexual abuse and the child abuse. I'm talking about just people that get into it and then leave. And then they just like, you know, they coming back to earth is like, you know, and then they want to dismiss us like, well, you didn't learn it the right way, or you didn't have the right guru, or you didn't read the right book, or you weren't bumping the right way. You know, you weren't doing this right.
I can dance. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Yay!
Otherwise, you'd be crying and laughing with us. It's like, you know what? That's the type of shit that pisses me off. That's when I get angry and I want to friggin', This is a dangerous cult and you're too stupid to see it. Then you want to sit there and act like I'm too dumb. Get the fuck out of my face. That's how I feel. That's how I get angry and I can't take it. It's a good thing I'm a comedian and I can laugh about it. And, you know, I don't get like, you know, start calling somebody Sisupal and want to chop their head off with Krishna's chakra. You know, that's friggin' nuts. Oh, here's hot feet again. You're back. You're back to get deprogrammed. Okay, good. That's good. I need to find you a video to watch so you can learn that you're in a cult. What's a good video for you to... Let me find you a good video. Okay, hot lips, hot feet. Because you need to know that you're in a cult. And if you're in here, then you're going to learn that you're in a cult. Now let's get some knitting cult lady on here. So you can learn that you're in a cult, because nothing else is arguing all this stuff. Here we go. This is why This is gonna be a good video for you, Hotfoot, because this is gonna show why you're a perpetrator. You're not just sitting at home giggling and crying. You're promoting Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada's teachings, and these teachings are harmful. And you're a perpetrator, and you don't realize it, but you're gonna watch a video and you're gonna find out. Because it was not time. No, I did get it. You think Gaurahari is a better teacher than Yashodanandan Swami and Prabhupada? That's where you're out of your mind. But it doesn't matter because you're in a cult. I was in a cult and you're in a cult. So now you're going to learn about cults.
So I just have to say, of course, Kendra Duggar is guilty of child endangerment and child abuse. This is how systems work.
You hear that, Hotfoot? This is how systems work. You're involved in a cult. And it doesn't matter that you're not officially in ISKCON. It has nothing to do with it. You're in a cult. And the cult is Gaurahari and his bullshit that he's teaching you from Prabhupada. You love this stuff, and that is evidence that you're in a cult. That's the evidence. That's all the evidence that we need, is how you act.
The system on each other and on the children. This is called, by the way, performative regulation.
Performative regulation, Hotfoot. When you get on there and you do your laughing and crying and giggling, and you go live, or you sit there in front of him and you do all your laughing and giggling, and you're praising him and calling him Guru Dev and Maharaj and telling him how he's just the sum total of the demigods and all that. This is what you're doing. You're doing performative regulation. See, cult experts understand what's happening. You, the cult member, doesn't have a clue as to what's going on.
Favorite named things in cults. And here's the thing. Women in purity culture, which is just the other side of pedophilia culture, right? Other side of the coin.
So there you go, hot feet. You're doing the purity culture where women are chaste and there's no sex outside of marriage, and sex is only for children, and women don't show their body, and everything is a sin. That's purity culture. You're teaching and promoting the idea that women are prey. This is what you're doing when you're sitting there and doing your thing. And this is what you do not understand.
Same thing. Purity culture is pedophilia culture. It is not at all surprising that the Duggar boys have grown up to be predators, because it is obsession with the sexuality of children. Whether you're telling children a whole bunch of inappropriate things about sex and then saying it's good, like they did in the Children of God, or whether you're telling children a whole bunch of inappropriate things about sex and saying it's bad, like they do in...
Which they do in the Hare Krishnas. Sex is bad. Women are bad. Women are Maya. Women are less intelligent. Women like to be raped. Women should be married at 12 years old. But you don't get it. You don't understand. It's not me that never got it. I got it. I understand. But you never got it. You just don't get it. You're not crying like Chaitanya. You don't even know if Chaitanya cried. All you're doing is listening to what this guy says. You don't even know if Chaitanya cried. It's just a bunch of stories. It's just a bunch of stories. I know. My guru is Elvis. He taught me to shake my hips.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
Yay, my guru is Elvis. A hunka burning love. hunka burning love, man. Oh, it's so funny.
Regular evangelical purity culture, it is sexual abuse. It is not.
So, I doubt if Hot Feet even understands the term purity culture. She barely understands pedophilia and child marriage. So it's like she's like, I cry like Chaitanya. Look, Srila Prabhupada also cried, but he did not show it. Well, so then how do you know he cried? Explain that. How do you know that he cried? I mean, so what were you reading it? You read his mind, or were you there and he told you I was crying, but you didn't know it because you couldn't see it? How do you know that he cried if you couldn't see it? I mean, explain that. I mean, I don't know. That's the other thing with cults. Cults have all these magical mystery stories. I mean, every cult has the rock that cried, or the rock that gives milk, or the sacred burning bush, or the footstep, the footprint of this guy or that guy. I mean, it's just amazing in the year 2026 that people believe in this stuff. It's crazy. She cries because I'm going to tell you, man, she cries because crying and laughing is a sign of being advanced. So if she's not crying and laughing, then they're not advanced. So how do you show that you're advanced? You got to laugh and cry. It's as simple as that. It's a circular argument. I'm having ecstatic symptoms. Look at me. I'm laughing and crying. Well, how do I know they're ecstatic symptoms? Because because look at me. I'm ecstatic. How do I know? Well, look at me. I'm crying. I'm laughing and crying. I'm advanced. How do you know how do I know I'm advanced? I'm laughing and crying. Why are you laughing and crying? Because I'm advanced. This is the stupidity that Hot Feet and Noodles and Madhu Mangala and Janaki and Stunning Freddy, that they can't figure that out. They just can't figure it out. And they think we're dumb because we figured they think we're dumb because we figured it out. Look, she thinks that she thinks the Spirit is speaking through her. Like she's Jesus now. The Spirit is, I've got the Holy Ghost, and it's just, when I speak, Krishna is speaking. I speak with the Spirit. She's speaking with the Spirit now. Just like Knitting Cult Lady said, know your cult family. Hot Lips is getting this from Gora Hari. Hot Lips is going to be Gora Hari one day. She's going to be on there, and she's going to be teaching this shit. And she's going to be saying, laugh and cry with me. Come on, everybody, laugh and cry. I mean, seriously, that's what it is. And seriously, that's what it is. Look, she uses God's brain. She really thinks that she this is the delusion. This is the delusion, man. This is the delusion. I can't keep up with it. There's so many comments. I know I'm way behind. Look, she's got it. She's got to defend I got to defend my guru. That's my job. See, she's so brainwashed. She has no life without this guy. It's so sad. It's really sad. I would really like a mental professional to come in here and just observe. Yeah, God's brain. She speaks. God's brain is in Hotfoot's head. She's as psychotic as, and that's why I say, I've been saying this for a long time too. Cults cause mental illness. So this Gora Hari is mentally ill. He thinks he's a guru. He dreamed he was a guru. And now he's got Hotfoot thinking that she's got hot brains. She's hot brain now. She's got God's brain in her head. She really believes. Yeah, my goal is focusing on educating people about cults. It just so happens that I got a real life cult leader right on YouTube, pops up on my feed every day, and he's an idiot, and he's got a bunch of foolish followers, and he's right there. And I talk about Hridayananda, Harvard dumbass, and Bhakti Vikash, and any friggin' one that pops up. But since you're in here, and you guys want to come in here all the time, I'm gonna talk about him because he's got you brainwashed. So that's the way it goes. I mean, that's the way it goes. Yeah, she went. You see, she went from giving her Krishna prem. First, it was like she wants to love God. Now it went from loving God to I got to defend this guy, this creepy guy. I got to defend him because if anybody says anything bad about him, well, then he's Sissipal and he needs to have his head chopped off. See, she went from wanting to love God to wanting to chop people's heads off. I mean, basically, that's what she's saying because she agrees with everything Gaurahari says. So if Gaurahari wants my head chopped off, well then, Hotfoot wants my head chopped off too. In fact, you can ask her. Ask her in Belgium. Ask her in Dutch. Ask her in Dutch if she wants my head chopped off. I know. Enjoy the show and get deprogrammed. I mean, it's crazy. We have a live one, and I'm telling you, Knitting Coal Lady should be watching my show because she could use this as an example of brainwashed cult members. She could use this as an example of how brainwashed cult members act. Yeah, it's Cuckoo's Nest. It's Cuckoo's Nest, and so since we have Hot Lips in here, let me see. I mean, how often does a cult expert who's doing a cult show get a cult member to come into their live stream and interact and be as culty as they can? I mean, I couldn't have planned it any better. I mean, she acts as culty as a cult person can be. She acts as culty as a cult person can be. And I don't know, I guess he took down the video from today because it's not up. So I guess he took that one down. I guess he took the one down where he was calling me Sissy Paul and he wanted my head chopped off. I guess he took that down because evidently he takes every other video, every other live stream he puts up there. He says something stupid, he ends up taking it down. But let me see. Let me see something here. Is this you, Hotfoot?
Here, because they see some honesty here than there, because they cannot do anything over there except for agreeing to his bullshit.
Oh, they're talking about me. Oh, yeah. Look, they're talking about me. Yeah. See, I guess you guys just talk about me all the time. It's so funny. It is so funny.
Yeah, it's the war is the truth against the illusion. See? The illusionists are always throwing out all these illusions. They lie, they cheat, they steal. That's what he's under. He's under that illusion, and by his actions shows that he's under the illusion. The illusion of being under the influence of that potency of actually the illusion, lying. And it's all action.
Wait, what did he say?
I look at the deeds, man. I say, oh, he's up there. Oh, I'm not a coward and everything. And he blocks her, doesn't let her comment, or blocks me. The same.
Yeah, I would never block this guy. But anyway.
And then he has the audacity to tell his audience that, you see, they won't comment back and they won't put, and it's a complete lie. Everything is.
No lie. Hot Lips is here. You guys been coming in. Andromeda Papalooza, whatever her name is. You guys all come in. There's no lie. There's no lie going on.
Unproven. That's that potency. That's that potency of
Very
the
unfair. Very unfair. Very
Yeah.
unfair. Very good.
Why is it unfair? See, why are you lying? Why are you lying, Hotfoot? Why are you lying, Hotfoot? You've been in here all the time. I put everything you say up here. Why are you lying about me? Why are you guys sitting up there lying? Hey, how you doing? How's it going, man? Why are you guys sitting up there lying? Why are you guys all talking about me? And why are you threatening me with getting my head chopped off, Hotfoot? Why are you doing that? Nobody's censoring you. Are you being censored now? Stop with the bullshit, man. I swear. Nobody's censoring you. So you think you're the only one talking? There's a whole bunch of people in here that are setting up, unlike his chat where nobody says anything. I actually have like 1 million comments and I got to go through them. Oh, wait. Look at this. Chaitanya showed it like my guru. It's in all the books, idiot. Oh, so we don't know the books, right? Right? What books have you read? What books have you read? What books have you read? I've read more books than you'll ever read. Hotfoot. I've forgotten more than you'll ever learn. I've forgotten more than you'll ever learn. I've forgotten more than your friggin' guru is gonna ever learn. I've actually forgotten more. I've literally, not figuratively, I have literally forgotten more than he'll ever know. Because he's just dreaming. And that's what you don't understand, is he's just a dreamer. I am just a dreamer, and you are just a dream. Don't call Mike an idiot. Yeah, don't call me a Mike. A lot of violence. A lot of he wants to call me Sister Paula and say that I need to have my head chopped off. It'll slow down if Gunga if Hot Feet will stop her preaching. So what do you think, that no one here has read? So what do you think, that no one's read the books of Chaitanya? Is that what you think? I finished reading the Chaitanya Charitamrita long before you ever even decided to be a Hare Krishna. I don't know. It's so ridiculous that I'm even having this conversation with this woman. It's laughable that I'm even having a conversation about your guru, because he's not even a guru. He's not even a guru. It's just so ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. Your guru hasn't. Your guru hasn't brought you any. You're not on any level. You're just you're a cosplayer without a costume. That's you're a cosplayer with no costume. You're a cosplayer with no costume. Beyond Hare Krishna, what is a legit spiritual path? You tell me what spiritual is first, and then I'll tell you where that path is. Okay? You tell me what is spiritual. You tell me what spiritual is. Because you're asking me what's a legitimate spiritual path? Well, what is legitimately spiritual? You tell me that. Tell me what's legitimately spiritual, and then we can figure out where that path is. Here you go with your gurus, just like Jesus. Okay, so this is. Yeah, you can't convince, like cult experts say, you can't convince them. All she can do is just learn about that she's in a cult, and yeah, here, let's look at this. This guy right here, all he is, he's just this. He's this guy.
All right.
All right. This is him.
Giggity, 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 let's have sex.
Giggity, giggity, giggity. Let's have sex. Oh, man. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Hey, we don't want to touch your man, okay? We don't want to touch your man. We don't want to touch your man. We don't want your man. We know you're in love with him, and we know he means the world to you. I know that this guy right here. I know that this guy right. I know this guy right here means everything to you. He's your heart and soul. You totally love him. You would give your body to him, your mind, your money, your house. You would give your children to him. You would have children with him. I know that. We got it. I mean, we get it. we get it. It's like you don't have to keep going. We get it. Boycott ISKCON. Absolutely, yeah. Fucking bulldoze ISKCON. I don't just boycott it. Bulldoze it. I say bulldoze it. That's what I say. I know. It's just. I know. It's just so funny. I know. I know. We're all ignorant. Don't you dare what? Don't you dare what? Yeah, we know. We know. We know you love him. We know. We know. We know. I know. She's a good little Mataji. She's a good little. Hey, he washes her feet, her hot feet. So yeah. You keep convincing yourself that it's us. Okay. you keep convincing yourself that it's us, and it's not. Here, you know what? Here we go. I'm hoping that maybe this video will get her. Maybe this will get her out of the cult. I don't know. Maybe this will get her out of the cult because I want this is this is you. This is your sangha, okay?
Wife of seeing other men.
Oh, yes. Yes, very much. I suspect her. I suspect her.
Well, maybe you can tell us why you suspect her.
Well, I can only speculate as to the reasons why.
Have you ever speculated, Mr. Harding, that perhaps you are impatient with your wife because she doesn't meet your mental requirements?
Perhaps, but you see, the only thing I can really speculate on, Nurse Ratched, is the very existence of my life, with or without my wife, in terms of the human relationships, the juxtaposition of one person to another, the form and the content.
Hardy, why don't you knock off the bullshit and get to the point?
This is the point. This is the point, Tabor. It's not bullshit. I'm not just talking about my wife. I'm talking about my life. I can't seem to get that through to you. I'm not just talking about one person. I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about form. I'm talking about content. I'm talking about interrelationships. I'm talking about...
If anybody's confused, that's Gorahari, okay? That's Gorahari right there. In case anybody was wondering what the connection is.
God, the devil, hell, heaven. Do you understand? Finally!
Yeah, Hardy, you're so...
Those are his followers right there. Those are Gorahari's followers. Those are his. There's a Hotfoot and Stunning Freddy and Govinda.
Fucking dumb, I can't believe it.
Oh,
Oh,
makes me feel very peculiar.
there's
Very
yawning, man.
peculiar when you
There's
throw in something
there,
like
uh-oh.
What does that mean?
Uh-oh.
I want to tell you guys something. You just don't want to learn anything.
That's hot feet. You guys don't just want to learn. He's intelligent. He's defending his guru. He's saying, you people don't understand. He's got intelligence. You
Ever heard the word peculiar? Say, what are you trying to say?
What are you trying to say?
Trying to say I'm queer? Is that it? Little Marianne? Little Marjorie Jane? On the street? Huh? Is that it? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that your idea of community?
That's me right there. That's me. That's me right there. I'm just laughing my ass off at Gora Hari's freaking.
Something to me, is it? Well, is it?
Oh, they're all crowding in on you, Mr. Harding.
That's Hotfoot. That's Hotfoot. She's so upset that everybody's mad. Everyone's mad at Gora Hari, and
All ganging up
they're
on you.
ganging up on you, Gora Hari.
No,
They're ganging up on you, Guru Dave,
want to gang up on me
because they want to gang up on me too. I can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take it. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh man. Look, Gora Hari's backed up by God. See, everything she says is like textbook cult. Even Kitty, I think Knitting Cult Lady's head would explode. Her head, Knitting Cult Lady would be like, man, I'm telling you, it's beyond. He's backed up by his own arse. He's backed up by God. Yeah, that's more of the brainwashing. This is more of the cult vernacular. They're giving us mercy. See, anytime they are preaching, we're getting mercy. It's just we all knew that already. But for you people out there in the real world, you non-Hare Krishna world, this statement right here, we give you the mercy. That's like a total cult statement. Everything she's saying is a cult statement. Everything she's saying is a cult statement. Yeah, I know. And her big thing, though, in case you want to know, her big thing is this.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay.
She likes to go live and go boom, 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 yay. So, hey, thanks, N. Good to see you, N. Contentment, John. Everybody, it was such I was ranting and raving, and we got hot fleet in here. I'm sorry I didn't say hi to all of you that came in. AJ, everybody. Is this? Hey, Hotfoot, I know how you feel because I was there one time. I was just like you. I was all excited. I had my guru. I had Prabhupada. I got initiated. I had my flower. I had my shaved head. And I was reading all the books, and I thought I knew everything. I thought I was a super white, super Hindu, just like you. I felt just like you. I knew all the answers. I knew people were in Maya. I was just like you. I know exactly how you feel. I was all fired up. I thought Prabhupada was a pure devotee and my guru knew everything. And everybody in here was just like you. We were just like you. I know it's hard to believe. But if you stick out to the end, you'll see me. And there's pictures of me, all 20 years of me. It starts out when I'm young. I look like a young guy. And then I get older. I get older and I get older. You really think I don't know what I'm talking about? And you, Lolita, Hotfoot, you really think I don't know what I'm talking about? Oh, look, yep. Yeah, she's a gopi. She's a gopi. She's a gopi. It's about abuse and exploitation. Yeah, she doesn't understand. This is the sad part, is that Lolita doesn't understand that when she goes live and she's glorifying her guru and on the internet in front of people and everybody's watching and she's talking about him and how great he is and she's chanting and she's laughing and giggling and she thinks she's in ecstasy, she doesn't understand that she's being exploited. She doesn't understand that he's exploiting her. It'd be no different than if I told one of you to go on the internet and talk about how great I am and set up a channel, set up a YouTube channel and all this stuff and put all my videos on there, and I want you to go live and talk about how Mike's the greatest, how I'm the greatest thing ever. I'm the greatest cult guy. I'm the greatest this, I'm the greatest that. And just talk about me and how great I am. 24 hours, every chance you get, just do that. Free, for me. Because I'm a great guy, right? I'm a great guy. And then you go and do it. For free. You're just doing it. And whatever else he tells you to do. You're being exploited. And if you go, no, I'm doing it on my own. I do it on my own because I want to. Yeah, because he's taught you that that's what you should be doing. So you're like, this is what I need to be doing. You can't fool us. We know. We all know. I have to go pee a lot. Yeah, you know, as you get older, you have to go pee a lot. It's absolutely. Well, Lolita doesn't know that she can't go back to Godhead. She has to marry a man, and then that man, and then she has to worship that husband. She needs a husband, and then she worships her husband. Doesn't matter if she has a guru or not. She has to have a husband. She has to be married to a man. She has to worship her husband. And then when she worships her husband, then she can take birth as a man. Then she has a whole life as a man. And then she can go back to Godhead. Women don't go back to Godhead. Women have to marry a man, worship that man, and then take birth as a man. What substance? What substance did you receive? You didn't receive any substance. Stop lying. Stop lying. Holy divine Hare God. Man, you know, you got to be really mentally ill to think that any of these guys are gurus, but then to think about, hey, who are you? Who are you to say that we have no clue? Who are you to say we have no clue? Are you a white super Hindu now? So now you're the white super Hindu that can tell. You can just look at somebody and tell how intelligent they are. You can tell how spiritual they are. You can tell you can tell what they know. You can tell what books they've read. You can just look at someone through a computer and you can tell everything about them. Isn't that great? Isn't that something? Yeah, have you ever speculated? I can only speculate. I can only Lolita, and this is you, Lolita. Let's go back. Have you ever speculated?
Take it easy
Take it.
and stay off my side.
But I only wanna help you,
I
Mr.
understand.
But don't you want me to?
Please.
But I only wanna.
Please.
But I only wanna help you, Mr.
Please.
But I only want to help you, Guru Dave. I only want to help you, Guru Dave. I just want to glorify you. I'll go in there. I'll go into Mike's chat. I'll go into his live stream and I'll tell him how great you are. I'll exploit myself for you. I'll go in there and waste my time and let them make fun of me and let them call me names, all in the service of this Gora. All in the service of this Gora Hari. It is so funny, man. It is so funny. Who are you to say? Who are you to say that we have no clue? Who are you? Are you super white Hindu now? You white super Hindu? Now you can look at us and tell us that we have no clue? How do you know we'd have no clue? I know she totally needs help. I mean, she can't even see how delusional she is. I finally see how psychotic she is. I've been trying to say it for a while. And I've been serious about it. And it's him and it's her and it's all of them. And I'm telling you, it's all of them. I mean, Gorahari didn't even defend you when Govinda mistreated you. He blamed it all on you. I know, because she's a woman with a small brain. She's a woman with a small brain. She likes to be raped. So, he's not going to go against the Manu Samriti. The Manu Samriti says that Hotfoot is a small-brained woman that likes to be raped. So if it's Hotfoot or the Manu Samriti, he's going with the Manu Samriti. I know, it's so funny. Look at this.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
What in God's holy name are you blathering about?
Someone like Hotfoot, she doesn't understand what initiation is because he doesn't initiate anybody because he doesn't know how to initiate anybody. He doesn't know how to do a fire sacrifice. So he couldn't initiate these people if he wanted to. He couldn't actually do a Vedic fire ceremony. He couldn't do an ISKCON fire ceremony for these people. If he wanted to, he couldn't do it. So he makes up a story about how he's on another level. He's so advanced that he doesn't need to do fire sacrifices. He doesn't need to learn verses. He doesn't need to know Shastra. He doesn't need to know anything like that. He had a dream. And because he had a dream, he doesn't need to know how to do a fire sacrifice. Why should he? He couldn't do a fire sacrifice if he had to. He just couldn't do it. But he'll criticize people that can't. He'll sacrifice people that can't. I know. I wish I could. I think one day I'm gonna cross paths with her. I would like to just show her a clip. I would like to just send her a clip of this guy. Or send her a link to his Lord Chaitanya's Grace Place, and say, look, I'm the Hare Krishna Cult guy, and I've been studying this guy, and I think he's dangerous, and I kind of wanted your professional opinion on him and his followers, and just let her watch. She only needs to watch like 10 seconds, and I know it. We all know what she's gonna do. She's gonna call the authorities and say, "This is it's so funny." It's so funny. It's so funny, man. Gorahari's not purified or any. I know. Well, he had a dream. See, when it's a dream, like Bhakti Siddhanta, when it's a dream or a photo, then there's no argument. The painting didn't argue. Probably in my dream, he said it was okay. It's so funny. She thinks we're the clueless one. We're the ones clueless. Little does she know she's a fucking idiot. I know. It's sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. Hey, Cookie Falcon, how you doing, man? We're just. She comes in and entertains us. She comes in and entertains us. Karaoke. Hey, addicts of a mama squirrel. Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, man. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing something right because I'm actually getting brainwashed cult members to come in here and just show the world how they are brainwashed and how this cult controls their minds and how these gurus control their minds and controls their lives, and they can't see it, and it's really friggin' amazing. It's really amazing. Duke, you're giving squirrels a bad name. Duke of Squirrels. You know, there's no, she left out. She's gonna go. She's gonna go do her live. Why the hell have Jesus statue in church? Earthquake shakes all, and then don't do idol worship. I don't understand that. Because you have statues in Hindu temples. You have statues, and earthquakes knock those down. I don't understand. Yeah, I think she went to go do this.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay.
And no problem. We got you. It's okay. But I'm like that what she did, talking about crucifixion and shit, lost cause. Yeah, I guess. So so squirrels are what Scientology calls their critics. Squirrels. They're like squirrels running around in front of the building protesting. They call them squirrels. Annex of a mama squirrel. She's a big Scientology protester. So she's protesting Scientology, and so she's antics of a mama squirrel. So that's what that's all about. Gorhari Boondrick. Yeah, that's funny. That's so funny. He's a fake Vishnu. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing it because these trolls come in here and they claim that I'm censoring them, and I'm not. I'm just trying to get through. I'm trying to get through the comments. Okay, yeah, you asked this before. Are there any legit spiritual teachers? And so I want to know what is legitimately spiritual mean, because I got to know what you mean by legitimately spiritual. Because what you think is legitimately spiritual and what I think is legitimately spiritual could be two different things. So I guess he deleted that live where he was talking about I was Sisu Paul, because I don't see it on there. I didn't see it on there. Yeah, I really want, I really don't, I don't want people to think that I am not reading their comments when I'm flooded with comments, and then they get mad and they start saying, well, he blocked me and he did this and he did that. I'm not doing that. They're like, why? I'm here so everybody can comment and talk. But like it says in the description, this is not a debate. I'm not here to debate your fairy tales. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Hey, how you doing? Well, you know what? We've been talking about a lot of stuff. We've had Hot Feet in here. She was in here preaching, and so we've been dealing with her for about the last 45 minutes. We've been dealing with Hot Foot, but I think it's time to do. I think it's time to do something else, and I think it's going to be this.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination, of imagination.
Yes, we are here in the Krishna zone, the dimension of imagination. Hey, it's Miss Jade. Good to see you. I love when you join in because it's like a big red dot, and it's a big red dot, and I can see it every time. Okay, so our first dip into the Rafale mailbag here. Did we do that one already? Yeah, let's see. We did that one. We did this one. Okay, so here we go. This is going to be either what the fuck is going on here. So let's see what the fuck is going on here.
You're skipping the most important
this
step.
is
Most
this is a
people think
commercial.
garlic
Hold
is
on.
already powerful.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I can dance. Boom, 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 boom. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, boom, boom. Yay!
I don't know what's going on, but it is it's definitely a pedophile cult, and it looks like it says Jagannath's divine consort plays a visit, which I've never heard that. I've never heard that story. I don't know where that story comes from, but you know, there's a million friggin' stories. There's a million friggin' stories, but this is in Mayapur. And I guess in Mahalakshmi Devi's visit to the Gundicha Mandir. Okay, so there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yo, anything to cosplay. As long as anything that so they can dress up and cosplay, they're gonna do. It's like, can we just, is there somebody we can worship? We haven't worshipped anybody. We haven't worshipped anybody in a while. We need to find a guru or somebody to worship. You got anybody? Or maybe a bus. We'll worship a bus. Just pull that bus up here. Come on, back it up. Come on. Back it up. Okay, park it right there. Okay, let's worship this bus. We got nothing else to worship. We might as well worship the bus. What's legit teachings? Does it help one release deep blockages, reduce ego, bring joy and resilience, and profound inner healing? What teachers legit? Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that can bring joy and resilience and inner healing, and it doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual. I mean, just because I'm doing something that brings me joy and is resilient and has profound inner healing for me, doesn't make it spiritual. I could find that doing anything. I could find that. I could find that playing tennis. Seriously, I could love tennis so much that if anything happens, I grab my racket and my couple of tennis balls and I go out and I start smacking the ball around. All my cares are gone. I feel rejuvenated. I feel healed inside. I'm level-headed. I mean, all of those things. I can get that from playing tennis. Why is that spiritual? Well, I mean, and I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. I ain't making this up. So why do you think that something that's going to reduce your ego, bring you joy and resilience and profound inner healing, why do you call that spiritual? Because you can get that from, you can go to a drum circle and get that. Dance around. I mean, seriously. This idea that something has to be spiritual, what is that? What does that mean? I don't think reducing ego, bringing joy, resilience, and profound inner healing. Personally, I don't think that has anything to do with spirituality. Because you can get that from doing, like I said, you can get that from playing tennis. I know it's Namabas or whatever they call it, right? Bengali Colville. Yeah, it's cosplaying. This big cosplaying party. Hey, we're gonna cosplay. Hey, we're gonna feed our toys. Yeah. I know. Modern day Indians pretending to live in the 16th century. It's a Renaissance. It's like the Renaissance fair. It's mass delusion. It's mass delusion, but you know, it is mass delusion. But I'm gonna say something that's gonna be really shocking. I'm gonna say this. These people are no different than Hotfoot. These people are no different than Hotfoot and Gorahari. They believe the same magical thinking, the same rituals. They believe in the same magical superstitions. Just like Hotfoot thinks that Gorahari is just like God and he's got the spirit. These people think the same thing. They believe the same nonsense. They're dressing up and playing. They probably believe it more because look, they're dressed up. They're reenacting. They're like these reenactors. I like these Civil War reenactors. And look, he's got the child bride. There's a child bride right there. His little child bride. He's gonna marry his child bride. And they reenacting a child marriage. So there you go. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. They got their little girl marrying the deity, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say. We could just end the show right now because we just saw it all right there. We just saw we. There she is. There's a child bride right there. The child bride. You got the child bride right there. Yeah, I mean he's taken a lot of his stuff down. He's taking a lot of his stuff down now. I believe that's what I believe he did. So yeah, so there you go. You got your child bride. Every time you turn around, they're marrying a little girl. 12 years in Mayapur, man. Yeah, that's a long time, man. Uh, uh, yeah, it's exactly what it is. It's a Bengali Renaissance fair. 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days. Yeah. Oh, man. Hey, Tim. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Oh, man. Yeah, it's a very destructive, it's a harmful Renaissance fair. Yeah, it's violent. It's like, it's violent. It's everything. This is a Renaissance fair that you just want to walk away. You want to walk away from this
Just
one.
walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror. Just walk away.
This is one of those things where I was saying, so the 16th century Bengali Renaissance circus, almost every day there is a celebration of sort in Mayapur, worshiping random figures within the. I know that's what I'm saying. It's just like who can we worship today? Whose feet can we wash, and who can we worship today? It's like I just don't feel right if I'm not bowing down and saying prayers to some statue. I got to get my fix, man. I got to get or some guy. I got to get my fix. Oh man, it's great. It's a perpetual circus. It is a perpetual circus, and it is. It's man. It's giving right. I mean, it is. It is. I mean, I'm not crazy. I'm crazy, but I mean, I'm not that crazy. I'm not crazy that I can't see these little girls over here. I'm not so crazy that I can't see these little girls pretending to be getting married to Lord Jagannath. That's supposed to be his wife. She's supposed to be his wife. This little girl, I mean, I don't know how old she is, but she's oh man. The little girl looks shocked, man. I mean, it is it not? And I know, really. You get a smoothie. He gets a smoothie. Everyone gets a smoothie. Everyone gets a foot fungus smoothie. They can't go one day without humiliation and degradation. And I remember, I was hanging out with my friend Radha Kuhn. He was in town at the LA Temple, and we were like hanging out like all day, like just. I forget the circumstance. I forget. Maybe we were going to India, and we had come up to go to the airport. So we spent like a lot of time together that day. It was probably on a trip going to India. But anyway, we're like at the LA Temple, and we're walking around, and Radha Kuhn is like he was well known. A lot of people knew him, So people come up to him and go, "Oh, Prabhu," and immediately they drop down on the floor and pay obeisance and say these prayers, right? Because they're old time Prabhupada disciples meeting each other, and they're doing that. And then, like, I'm expected to do that, right? So the first, I drop down, I do the same thing because we're all doing that. And then they talk for a minute and they go away. We keep walking. Someone else comes and they do the same thing. They drop down on the floor and I drop down too, and we're saying the prayers, and then we get up and we talk for a minute or two, and they're like, "Yeah, good seeing you, Radha-kun. Okay, buddy, see you later." We go take 5 steps. Here comes someone else. Drop down. A bunch of comments. And I said, to hell with this. I'm not doing this. This ain't no Jack LaLanne. I'm not in the gym. I'm not doing, this is not PE. I want to just stop. Just stop it. Stop. Like, you gotta stop, man. I can't do this.
No! I can't take anymore. I've had it with you.
I've had it with you. It is. It's disgusting and pedophilia. I know. And the whole ceremony, the whole thing is just this child marriage, like recreating this child marriage. And I don't care. You go, well, I know what you're saying. You're like, well, Mike, it's Lakshmi. It's like Tulsi marrying Vishnu or whatever, the Shalagram and Tulsi. Whatever. It's no different than that. I go, it is different, and that's bad too, because that's bad too. But yeah, it is. I don't care. They're recreating this child marriage. It's no it's no different if they decided to recreate Prabhupada's child marriage. Hey, let's have a ceremony. We're going to recreate when Prabhupada married that 11-year-old girl. We'll bring out Prabhupada's Murti, and we'll get an 11-year-old girl, one of the Gurukuli girls. We'll get her we'll dress her up because she was 11. We'll dress her up, and then we'll recreate Prabhupada's marriage with his 11-year-old wife, and we'll all dance and sing, and we'll bump a bump.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
Why don't they do that? Why don't they do that? Why don't they recreate that transcendental pastime? Prabhupada's marriage to his 11-year-old bride. Let's recreate that. No, they don't want to do that. Nope, I'm not in touch with anybody. Not a single one. Not a single one. Only you guys. You're the only devotees I know. I'm not in touch with anybody. I'm. Go sell crazy somewhere else. We're all stocked up here. I got plenty of crazy. I don't need any more. It's funny. I know. Has the whole world gone crazy?
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
That is definitely Ren and Stimpy.
No! I can't take anymore. I've had it with you.
Yeah, getting paid in Mahaprasad is such a scam, and I did it. I did it at the LA temple. That Mahaprasadam was good. I'm gonna tell you right now, that Mahaprasadam was good. I wasn't complaining then. I'm complaining now, but I wasn't complaining then because it was worth it. I thought it was worth it. But at the end of the week, my prasadam, because Nishringananda was like, you get the prasadam and I'll just take it out of your pay. So it's like, and I was like, great. I don't have to worry about lunch. I don't have to worry about lunch. I just go over there and I get lunch, and then my lunch is taken out of my paycheck. I don't have to worry about lunch money. I don't have to worry about my lunch. I go to the prasadam room, and I get all the prasadam I want. But then at the end of the week, my check would be like $20. I was like, wait a minute, what? Well, prasadam, you had a lot of prasadam. It was total scam, because he knew it, and because he knew, Nrsingananda knew that we were going to want, me and this other guy, we were going to want prasadam. I mean, why not? Why not? What a scam! What a scam! It ended up being free labor, because, you know, my pay. I mean, it was all my fault. All I had to do was, you know, bring a bologna sandwich from home. All I had to do was bring a bologna sandwich from home. But I didn't. I would get the $5 plate of prasadam, or the $4 plate of prasadam, and that was bomb, man. That was the best lunch. But it was a scam. It was a scam. It was such a scam, man. It was a scam, along with that Khalid halava. Talk about a scam. Carrot halava is a scam. That is the biggest scam. Yeah, I'm paying. Yeah, I know. I'm paying for it now, man. I don't even want to think about it. Seriously. I don't want to think about it. 11-year-old bride is wild. And, you know, why don't they do that? Why don't they recreate that? Let's have a big Prabhupada ceremony where we recreate Prabhupada's 11-year-old marriage into his 11-year-old bride. Let's do that ceremony. No, they don't want to do that. And they just have like no problem with it. The Indians in India, they just have no problem with it. They're like, we don't care. They're like, they're like, we don't care. Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah, I know. It is so sad. It is so sad. And it's grooming these little girls. I mean, look at these little girls. They want to be that girl. Next year they want to be the girl that gets to play Lakshmi. But it's just I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Same, no contact whatsoever. Yeah, for what? Like, for what? You know, like, all my Krishna friends, they turned against me. So when I left, I had no friends. I had no friends. Not that I wanted them, but I mean, I didn't have any. Everybody turned against me. Everybody hated me. They wanted to harm me. They wanted to harm me. They wanted to harm me. So it was like,
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
yeah, it's best not to have any contact.
Just walk away. There has been too much violence, too much pain. Just walk away, and there will be an end to the Hara. Just walk away.
Because there was I'm going to be honest with you. There was a time when I was leaving. I had made up my mind. I'm going to leave. I'm going to move. I'm going to move out. And I knew I had to do it quick because they were threatening me. And I didn't know if these guys were going to show up at my front door and, kick the shit out of me or something. I didn't know what to expect from these guys. So I was like, I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. So when there was a time when I was like 99.9% out. I still had like a doubt, like I had a little bit of doubt, like, well, maybe I could still be a Hare Krishna, or maybe I can just go, I can do, because it was just that the brainwashing was that deep. Brainwashing was that deep. Yeah, being paid in sweets and Mahaprashadam and going broke at the end of the month is weird. Yeah, it's weird, and it's it's what's funny is it's like that in the material world because I worked at this aircraft factory, and it was like a this big factory with guards, guard shack and gates and all that. So at lunchtime, at lunchtime they'd have these food trucks, would pull up, and we would go out there to get lunch, and a lot of guys in the factory, because we're just working guys. This is before I joined the Hare Krishnas. We're just working guys. I just like labor, like hard, just working, like a construction factory type job. So we're like working. We work paycheck to, we live paycheck to paycheck. It's not like we're rich, It's like, and so a lot of guys wouldn't have lunch money. You'd be broke. You'd be, a couple of bucks short for lunch. So we go out to the food truck, and the food truck would give you credit because they're there every day and they know you and you work there and they know who did it. And it was like, they don't do that now, but this was back. This is back years ago. And so everybody, and the guy would actually have like a list, and he'd go, yeah, take a burrito, take a hot dog, whatever, and you can pay me on Friday, no problem. And then on Friday would come, and then the guy would go, okay, yeah, you owe me $58. And it was like, ooh, $58. And he'd be like, yeah, well, you had 2 burgers, and then you had some fries, you had a couple Cokes, and you had all this stuff. So that's the same, when I got to the temple, it was the same thing. It was like, you can go get lunch, and then I end up, half my check is going for lunch, for prasadam. It's such a scam. It's such a scam. Imagine if ISKCON ran a fucking. Well, this is about as close. This is about as close as you're gonna get. This is about as close. This is what it would be like. Okay, if ISKCON ran a country, this is what it would be like, pretty much. Man. I know, I think of how delicious some of that food is, and just how bad it is. How bad it is for you. It's just so bad it is. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry to hear that. But that's how everybody is. They don't get anything out of it. You get your whole life in there and you get nothing out of it. You get nothing out of it. They don't care. They yeah, it's so sad. Sorry to hear. Just like this, but if you're a guru, if you're one of their gurus or a GBC, you get all the care. They'll get you all the care they can. But if you're just a regular devotee, then they don't care. Even though, and I know a lot of people out there going, well, Mike, why should they care? Like if you're Catholic, you go to Catholic, just because you're Catholic and you get sick, you don't expect the Catholic Church to take care of you. Right. You're absolutely right. You wouldn't. But the Catholic Church doesn't suck the life out of you. It doesn't put you to work, exploiting you, working you all day, night, sucking the life out of you. Where you're out on book distribution, where your labor is being exploited. It doesn't matter what you do. Just like they had me working in ITV. They see me with a video camera. They know they find out I do video. They're like, hey, you could work at ITV. The next thing I know, I'm in ITV, doing something that's, I should be making $25 an hour subtitling those Prabhupada lectures, but I was making $5 an hour. I was making $5 an hour. That exploiting my labor, and then half of that was prasadam. So I wasn't even getting that. So they exploit you for 40, 50 years. Some of these people have been in the Hare Krishnas for 40, 50 years, and they got no health insurance, no retirement, and they've been working. There's devotees at the LA temple, and all they do is gardening and plumbing and all that. Guy working his ass off. Ratnabhushna, building those Rath Yatra carts. You know how much it would cost to have one Rath Yatra cart built? A big giant mechanical Rath Yatra cart? If you like, that's the kind of shit I used to do in the factory. Well, we built shit like that. And that's why I knew that's why I knew when I was helping him, I was like, no, you need to hold this that way and put this thing that way, do it like, because that's what we used to do. That shit would cost tens of thousands of dollars to build a friggin' what he did. He did it for free. He just did it right there on Watsika Avenue, and he should have got paid a lot of money. He should have got paid a lot of money to build those. He built 3 of them. And let's say they cost at least, let's just say on the low end, $10,000. It would have cost way more than $10,000. Let's say $10,000 a cart. That's $30,000 right there that they saved just having this guy build those carts for free, for prasadam. This guy's getting prasadam. And then, like I was saying before, what if something had happened to him? We can aluminum thing, whack him in the head, knock him out, electrocuted or something. You think they care about him? You think he's going to get any Social Security or anything when he's ready to retire? The guy's got to be my age. The guy's got to be 60-something years old. You think he's going to retire with a pension or Social Security? Ratnabhushna, he's going to be building Rath Yatra carts until he drops dead in the parking lot on Watsika Avenue. So yeah, it's really sad the way they brainwash these people like Hot Lips to do all this service. To do all this service for them. Building temples. Running the schools. Anything and everything. And they give them nothing in return. And they tell them, this is your service, this is your purification, this is your engagement, this is your self-sacrifice. Yeah, it's really sad. My condolences too, especially when you say she spent her whole life in the cult and then they get nothing at the end. It's just really sad. I mean, yeah, you can't hate them enough. I mean, I don't have enough hate in me to fulfill what I need to hate them. I don't have it. It's like I'm not a hateful person to begin with. I don't want to spend my life being hateful. But this is something to be hateful about. I mean, if you're going to be hateful about, be hateful about, exploiting children and child marriage and sexual child abuse and all that. That's something to hate. If you're going to hate something, hate that. Yeah, it's mind blowing, and well, you know what? They don't want to be in a cult. They don't know they're in a cult, and that's why they're in it. They don't know they're in a cult. They just don't. They've been. That's part of the brainwashing is that you're not in a cult. It's so sad. It is so sad. Yeah. Hey, I wish good health on everybody. I wish good health on everybody. Hey, listen, it's I got time. I got time for another video. We're gonna do one more video here. I got to get through these videos. There's so many good videos, and maybe I'll do 2. Let's see. Let's see this. Let's see.
Krishna consciousness movement has been driven traditionally by youthful energy. Now we have Youth for Book Distribution. This is a fantastic initiative, inviting the youth of the Krishna consciousness movement to connect to the internal potency that is book distribution, going out into the great unknown known as the public to offer what they have, Krishna consciousness, something all of the...
So there you go. We were just talking about exploiting the youth, and there you go. There's they want to get the youth out there. We got young people out distributing books because nobody gets paid to distribute books. So when they're talking about book distribution and book distributors and books and books and books, that's free labor. Every 100% free. Ain't nobody getting a penny. Nobody getting a penny. And they are so proud of it. Yeah, that's him. You got it. That's him.
Of this movement have imbibed through the parampara into their hearts. Go out and touch the pavement. No heroics necessary. Just see what it feels like. And let's make a mass movement of youthful devotees going out all over the world on every continent, uniting through this process that was started by Srila Prabhupada, enacted by him.
It's such a culty, it's such a culty video. It's like it touches all the bases of cult. You got the self-sacrifice of the members. You got the transcendent mission. You got the sacred assumption. You got the charismatic leader doing it for Prabhupada. It's like it is everything. It's every cult box checked off in one video right here by this guy. And I mean, like, if you even just know a little bit about cults, it's obvious. Like anybody who knows about that Scientology is a cult, and they know all about Scientology and all the tactics, and then they come in here or they do any research on Hare Krishna, immediately they go, oh, that's the same thing. They immediately do. And no question about it. But the people that are in it, they got no clue. He got no clue. He's got no clue. He's saying we want the young people, exploit the youth. We want the young people to go out and distribute these books and for free, for the leader, for the mission, for Krishna. It's the whole friggin' thing. Yeah, he's another creepy. Yeah, these guys. I call him Bicycle DOS. That's what I call him. Spiritual narcissist. Spiritual narcissist, just exploiting people. You should also cover this Prabhu fraud female disciple, forgot her name, but apparently she wrote one book, Career Dharma. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm open. I'll check it out. Bicycle DOS, ISKCON initiating guru, Silicon Valley, Vaseline boy for Radnath, anus massage. That's a mouthful right there. Man, that is a real mouthful. Hey, look, see, they're calling me Sisu Paul. They think that violence and intimidation and threatening to chop someone's head off, they think it's funny. They think it's funny. Look, hey, Sisu Paul, did you get your brain checked yet? You might be autistic and have some parts of your brain damaged. Better get checked before it's too late. See, these that's the mentality of these cult people. They brand you a demon or a Sisu Paul, and then they wish bad things on you. They want violence. They want harm, and that's why I say these people are dangerous. That's exactly why I say these people are dangerous. That's why I say that this Gaura Hari is a psychopath. He's a scammer guru. He's a con artist, and he's dangerous. And he's got these people brainwashed. and he can sit on his video, and he can call me Sisu Paul, and these people will immediately jump in here and say, "Hey, Sisu Paul, better get checked before it's too late." Before what's too late? What do you mean too late? What do you mean by it before it's too late? Why? What's going to happen? You see how these people are? See, I really do need to make friends with Knitting Cult Lady, and she just needs to watch. She doesn't have to join in. She doesn't have to log in. She doesn't have to do any of that. She can just watch. So you're saying I'm dangerous, but you're the one that's telling me that I need my head cut off. So you're threatening me with violence, but you're saying I'm dangerous. How does that work? Who did I threaten? So you think that words are more dangerous than threatening someone with violence? So why don't you I hurt your feelings. So your fifis got hurt, and so now you want to do something violent to me? Huh? What lies? Tell me what lies. That your guru is a piece of shit? Is that the lie? Is that what you're upset about? Did I make fun of your guru? I make fun of your guru, and I hurt your feelings, and I hurt his feelings, and you got hurt feelings. You little hurt feelings. You got hurt feelings. You gonna cry? You gonna cry now because I said something bad about your guru, and you gonna cry? You don't talk bad about my guru now. You talk bad about my guru. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You keep lying about my guru. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Is that I'm gonna cry because you make fun of my guru, Maharaj. I'm only supposed to cry. I'm only supposed to cry when he talks and when he chants. When he goes boom, 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 boom. That's when I cry. You don't make fun of me when I cry because I only cry when Gorahari makes me cry. But if you make me cry,
I can dance.
I can dance. Boom, 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 boom.
Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, boom,
boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you do. Boom, 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 boom. Hey. Boom, 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 boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Sing it with me, and then you'll know.
Yeah.
Boom, boom,
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I'm making a fool of myself in front of everybody. That's so funny. Yeah, is that all you got to say? Why don't you say something important? Hey, have you seen Knitting Cult Lady? You want to learn that you're in a cult? Hey, let me show you what your channel looks like. Let me show you what your channel looks like. You want to see what your channel looks like? Here, this is you. This is you. This is you. This is you and your buddies.
Trying to say I'm queer? Is that it? Little Marianne? Little Marjorie Jen? On that street? Huh? Is that it? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is that your idea of communicating something to me? Is it? Well, is it?
Oh. They're all crowding in on you, Mr. Harding. They all ganging
That's
up
you.
on you.
That's you. Hey, Pikachu. Pikachu, that's you right there. Hey, Pikachu. This is you. This is you right here. This is you, Pikachu. Look. Hey, Pikachu, that's you, Pikachu.
They all ganging up
They're
on you.
ganging up on you, Maharaj. They're ganging up on you, Maharaj. They gang up on me too, Maharaj. That was so funny. Oh, Pikachu. What's going on, Pikachu? These Pikachus. Oh, Pikachu. I'm sorry, Pikachu. All these Jays sucking up enough brain. Yeah, okay. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Is this fun for you? Go chant your pedo rounds. Go chant your pedo rounds and cry and laugh and cry. No, go do this.
I can dance. Boop, 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 He's singing with me, and then you'll know. Boop, 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 yay.
I know, he believes in...
All right.
All right. It hurts to know your cult, your entire livelihood is a bunch of BS. A pedophile, women abusing cult. The plot process doesn't work. Chanting don't do anything. You're all just faking it. You're all just sitting up there faking. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. I mean, if jumping up and down chanting Hare Krishna isn't stupid enough, this is even stupider. Okay? So funny. Oh, yeah. Okay. Brain rot. Yeah, brain rot. Okay, Pikachu. Whatever you say. Whatever you say, Pikachu. That's so funny. Well, just whatever you say. Whatever you say, Pikachu. Uneducated, low IQ brain. So, yeah. So, if you remember, that's what Knitting Cult Lady says, that they like to call low vibe and low IQ. I know. I'd rather be. I would rather be. I would rather be here. I'd rather be here. I would rather be here.
And stay off my side.
But I only wanna
help you.
But don't you want me to?
Don't you want me to help you?
But I only wanna.
Please.
But I only wanna help you.
Please.
Pikachu.
You see, the other day, you made some allusions, both of you. To sexual, yes, allusions.
This is Pikachu getting upset.
To sexual problems.
This is Gora Hari right here.
All right, let's say it's true. Let's say I know it to be true, but you don't.
This is Gora Hari when he gets mad.
Hari, I think you're some kind of morbid asshole or something.
So funny. I love this.
You feel peculiar. We're talking about your wife ever since I can remember. You know, she's on your mind and blah, 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 and on and on and on.
Oh, man. I swear. Whenever I think of Gora Hari, I think of this scene, man. I can't help it. It's just too funny. It's just too funny. I will stay live 4 or 5 hours if this idiot will stay in here. I got nothing to do, man. It's like midnight. It's 1 a.m. for me, and Pikachu, you still with us? You still with us, Pikachu? I know it is. You know, Pikachu, where's your master? I know, Pikachu. So funny. I know, we're here exposing crimes taught by Prabhupada, and they can't handle it. Man, they cannot handle it. Everything from fake Sampradaya to Gora Hari dreaming about being a guru, to these guys being ISKCON flunkies. They can't make it in ISKCON, so they got to go to a flunky guru. You know, it's just so funny. It is so funny that this guy's pulling his hair out. It's so funny. Yeah, I know, Pikachu. Here's some cow urine and some fresh, warm foot fungus. Have some cow urine and some foot fungus and go to bed. That's so funny. Oh man, this is so funny. Yeah, you need to. Yeah, go draw a swastika with some cow poo. maybe that'll alleviate your problem. Yeah, so funny. Yeah, I don't know if they can read. That's why they listen to Gora Hari, because they can't read, I guess. Because if you could read, why would you listen to that fucking nut? He He doesn't know any verses. He doesn't know verses by heart. He doesn't know where to find the verses, and he can't give a lecture. He just sits there and babbles about when you come to Krishna Cult and you get a pure devotee, and then you really, right? Hey, that's all he does. And these people eat it up because they can't be devotees in ISKCON. They got nothing else. And that's the point, is they've got nothing else. He's all they got. They can't do what we did. They can't do what we did. They can't do what I did. They can't do what Rafal did. They can't do what Joe Lynn did. They can't do what Eliana did. They can't do it. They can barely sit there with this knucklehead. They can barely sit there with this knucklehead. You think they could do what we did? They fucking ain't can't do shit. It's so funny, He's laughing like after being in this country for 20 years and laughing because he's happy and having a good life. I know. It's so funny. It's so funny, man. He's probably drinking some foot fungus now. Where'd Pikachu go? Pikachu went to get some good rice? Is that what you're saying? Where did Pikachu go? Yeah, I draw a swastika with cow poop. Yeah, it's so funny. What happened? But they don't dress up the dolls, or they can't be real devotees. Yeah, they can't be real devotees. They're not real devotees. They're dreamers. I am just a dreamer, and you are just a dream. Pikachu got mad. He went back. Pikachu went back to his Lord Chaitanya's grace place. So funny. He took his ball and went back to Lord Chaitanya's grace place. It's so hilarious. It's so hilarious. I gotta get some more. I mean, I gotta get some more of this. I gotta get some more because this is too funny.
And they do that. They lie, they cheat, they character assassinate, and they have no proof. Yeah. I mean, this to me is it's not even fucking human. It's subhuman. If you deny the experience of other people who are witnessing and saying, I'm not in a cult. They're there on their free volition.
He doesn't see. There you go. He doesn't understand what a cult is, because a cult is being there on your own volition. See, he doesn't understand what a cult is. He thinks a cult is when you're kidnapped and you're held against your will, and that's not what a cult is. See what a friggin' idiot this guy is. He just revealed how dumb he is, because he doesn't even know what a cult is.
Letter, comment, or blocks me, the same thing. And then he has the audacity to tell his audience that, you see, they won't comment back and they won't put, and it's a complete lie. Everything is unproven. That's that potency. That's that potency of
Very
the
unfair, very unfair, very unfair.
A very good politician.
Yeah. So that's why Jesus, he preached against the Pharisees who are like that. These gurus often are like that too. The Pharisee type thing. Basically, they're all.
So the gurus and the Pharisees and Mike, we're all the same.
Illusion, and they do that. They lie, they cheat, they character assassinate, and they have no proof. I mean.
So he thinks I have no proof that they're in a cult, when it's obvious that they're in a cult, because he doesn't know what a cult is.
This to me is it's not even fucking human. It's subhuman. If you deny the experience of other people who are witnessing and saying, I'm not in a cult. They're on their free volition. I'm here in Mexico. Where the fuck am I controlling? Where am I putting you in an ashram? I have a friend that may be coming here that
he doesn't understand. See, he's too stupid to know He's too stupid to know what a cult is.
Actually, a very old friend, very many years, and I just finally made contact again. But she was in one of these Krishna things, and she actually got some spiritual awakening there too. I remember a long time ago. It was, but they put you in you had to be in the ashram there, and really they were very.
See, he doesn't understand. He has no clue. He has no clue what he's doing. Well, he does. He knows he has them under his spell, but he doesn't know he's an idiot. He's an idiot.
Controlling, I remember she was telling me and all that, but she got some awakening.
So he's explaining how this woman, a friend of his, was in some kind of weird cult, Krishna cult thing, and they were controlling her. But he doesn't understand how he's controlling Hotfoot, and how she comes in here and talks about how he's God to her. He speaks with God's brain. He's giving her God's all these things that is obviously a cult. It's everything she said tonight in this chat was extra culty. She used cult words, cult vernacular. She praised her guru. She said he's like God. She said she checked off every cult box. And yet he's so dumb that he sits there and goes, this isn't a cult. The other lady was in a cult. But Hot Lips she's doing that on her own. Noodles always has the same look on her face. Noodles always has the same look on her face.
Krishna works in different ways, so.
Well, what he says, Mike, is true as well. Cult members, victims, for years when others say you are in a cult, they deny, they can't see that. So that is true as well. He speaks from that experience, but he should listen.
No, you should listen, because you just said it. People come out of a cult and they don't realize that they were in a cult. And then they do, and they go, wow, I was in a cult. And this is why, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. They're absolutely. That's why they're dishonest. They don't understand. It's part of it is not understanding, and part of it is being dishonest. They don't want to admit that what they're doing is culty, because they don't understand that they're in a cult. See that's the thing, is as long as they're under this impression that it's a 5,000-year-old tradition. This is coming from India. This is Vedic culture. This is in Prabhupada's books. This sound, all that stuff makes a barrier around the idea that they're in a cult. They could have every single identifying cult characteristic right in their face. Every single one. And they'll refuse to accept it because, no, it's not a cult. It's a 5,000-year-old tradition. This is Vedic. This is Vedic culture. It's coming from the Vedas. The Manu Samriti and all that stuff, where they say that little girls can get married and women have small brains and like to be raped. That stuff. This is why it's a cult. This is exactly why it's a cult. They don't know it, and they're too dumb. He thinks a cult is where they kidnap you and they tie you up. They have you tied to a chair, and no, that's not what a cult is. That's why people can come out of a cult and not know they were in a cult, because they're under the impression that a cult, they kidnap you. They kidnap you and they put you on a bus and they take you out to a compound and they drug you and they make you watch movies with your eyes locked open, and then you come out of it and you're like Clockwork Orange. That's what they think. Because they're too dumb. They're like Harvard dumbass Goswami. He doesn't want to admit the fact that he's in a cult. He's got to know he went to Harvard. No, I'm not in a cult. Even though I'm in something that's just like a cult, I'm not in a cult because it's 5,000-year-old Vedic culture, blah, 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 blah. That's the barrier. And that's why this shit is so dangerous, it's so sick, it's so sinister. It's evil and sinister, and this guy is sinister and evil too. He's like, I'm in Mexico. How do I have these people under control? Yeah, you're in Mexico. This woman's in Belgium. It doesn't matter she's in Belgium. She thinks you're God. You got her convinced. You got her convinced that you're God to her, and she'll do anything that you'll say. It's friggin' insanity. And he thinks he's so smart. He's going to sit there and go, oh, we're not in a cult. No one's got you tied up with a gun to your head. And he thinks he's smarter than me. He thinks he's smarter than Yashoda Nandan. That guy's got to be probably one of the dumbest fuckers I've ever met, I've ever seen in my life. I hope I never meet this guy. I mean, look at his face. If that ain't the face of a cheating fucking scam con artist piece of shit, I don't know what the fuck is. Yeah, Harvard dumbass Goswami went to Harvard, did his PhD, permanent head damage. Being smart or sounding educated means nothing because he didn't learn anything. He just got the PhD so he can say, "Hey, I got a PhD." That's it. I know. I can read dumbass Goswami just like I read this other fucker. I mean, I read these people like friggin', and I guess because I got so close to Yashoda Nanda and I saw him when I was around him for so long, and I saw him when he was 50-50. When he was giving a lecture and he was on his shit and he knew his shit and he knew his verse, he knew all that stuff. And you can't fake that shit, that knowledge shit. That's why this guy said, well, he's a scholar. Yeah, like that's a put down. Oh well, yeah, he knows too much. He knows a lot. It's so funny, Iskan Mayapur have the highest number of foreign devotees with double master degrees from Europe. It means nothing to have a degree and still fucking dumb. I know. I know. I got a degree, but I think there's a demon head eating the moon. And if I don't worship Govardhan Hill, I'm going to get bitten by some snakes and die. That's fucking stupid. Oh, fucking stupid. Hey, let's do one more. I'm having so much fun with these trolls. They come in here like Pikachu. What did Pikachu say? He threatened me. He said I need to get my head fixed before it's too late. He said that I'm spreading lies and whatever. He doesn't want to talk about the parampara. He doesn't want to talk about his guru is a dreamer. He doesn't want to talk about how they're not initiated into anything. You don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about anything meaningful. Guys, these guys are clowns. They really are. They're clowns. They're not even devotees. I mean, they're not even. Let's see. Let's try this one. They're not even devotees. That's so funny.
Relatives are lying near the Ridokuda.
You know, if you know, I'm gonna I'm gonna be a little racist right now, and I'm gonna say this: if I was Indian and I lived at the Radha and I was in India, and I saw these white super Hindus coming in and doing this shit with the rocks, doing this Dandavat Parikram, if I saw them doing, I'd say this ain't no Guru Palooza. I'd say this ain't no Guru Palooza. Who are you coming in here and doing this? You ain't no Hindu. You ain't what makes you think you can do this? I'm just saying. I would totally be racist if I was Indian and I was there. I would totally be racist. I'd be like, what the fuck? Who are you? Who are you to be doing this? Who are you? These women are anti-feminist. I know, and it's like Dandivat's Parikram. I know, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. And last time I was there, I saw these yogis doing it, right? Like these you know, the guy with the dreads and the you know, these babas, you know, these Naga babas and these Naga babas and these real sannyasis are doing this, and they got like a foam. Now they got like a piece of styrofoam they put down, like foam padding that you get your TV comes in. They put this foam down. They lay down on this foam, which I thought was I was like, wow, that's a good idea. But you get these real guys that do this. They do this like it's their, you know, that's their religion, right? That's what they really do that. And then you guys come in and you like mocking. I feel like like what are you doing? This ain't no zip line. This ain't no zip line. You don't just come in here and start picking up rocks and start doing our shit. You can't do that. That's what I'm just saying. That's what I would say. I say, what are you? Who are you? Just like they did at the Kirtan Fest. It's like they did at the Kirtan Fest, and they wouldn't let the Indians in. The Indians like, who are you? You come into our country and you pick up our rocks. You're gonna lay down on our parikram path, and you're gonna just make fun like it's a Instagram, like hey, look, I'm doing the power. Fuck that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying that's what I would do.
I can dance. Boom, 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 You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
I'm super Hindu. I can do Dandavat Parikram. It is in a way. I mean, I know they don't think they're mocking. They're like, we're devotees, and no, you're not. You're not. You're not. You're coming into their holy town, cosplaying, and acting like this is a zip line or this is like miniature golf or something. You know, that's what I think. That's my take on it. Yes, it's comical. I do. I feel like they like it's I know. Fake it till you Dandavat Parikram, super white Hindu start. Yeah, super white Guru Palooza, man. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And man, it's offensive, is what I'm saying. It's offensive to people that really do that. That you come in here and you think it's. I mean, I know you think it's spiritual. I know you think that you're doing something, but this isn't like putting a flower boat on the river, you know, or sending a lantern up in the sky at the Lantern Festival. This is Parikram Dandavats. People that do this are into it, and they do it, and that's their shit. And this doing that, you know how long it takes to do Rafal. Rafal, have you ever done that? And how long does it take? Have you ever done it, and how long does it take? I want to know. How long does it take to do this? And how long does it take to complete? How long does it take to go around Govardhan Hill like this? It's got to take. I mean, just walking around it is going to take some hours. About scaling Earth. I know they're like. I don't know. Have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen that? I don't know. I think it was Monty. I think it was Monty Python. I don't know if it was Monty Python, whatever. But they were rope climbing, but they were doing it on the street. You've never done it. Taking 16 hours. Yeah, because if you just walk around it, that's like 4 or 5 hours. It's just to walk around it takes like 4 or 5 hours or more. And if you're laying down and getting up and laying down and getting up, that's gotta be that's fucking insane. 16 it takes 16 hours to do Dandava. Super white Hindus rolling around, super white Hindus. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've seen some of them do. I know some of them do it. They want to act like they're bigwigs. Like they want to act like they're like, I'm bigwig. I know it's fucking humiliation. What do you go chant? Why don't you go chant somewhere? Go chant and cry. Go chant and cry, Pikachu. Why don't you go find some cards? Go out in the street and find some cards somewhere. Go find. Then you got like, ooh, Pikachu, man. What? Your guru's still yapping. Isn't your guru still yapping? They see me rolling. They hate, and I know. Pikachu's back. Pikachu's back. It's just proof that we don't ban nobody here unless you say something stupid. So you pedo man is back. Hey, pedo man, you back to promote your child marriage and your Vedic culture and your cow poo and your cow urine? You back for that? They catch me riding dirty. I'm riding dirty. He's got me riding dirty. This guy, Pikachu. Pikachu. Pikachu's back. He came back for more.
Juret.
Hey, Pikachu, this is something that you'll never do. This is something that you'll never know how to do. You'll never do. What's my story? Well, after I had sex with your wife and your mom at the same time, and then I left Krishna consciousness. That's what happened. Your wife and your mom, who was the same woman. Your wife and your mom, who was the same woman, after I had sex with her, I kicked her out and I took Vanaprastha. And I said, you know what? Why don't you go to Vrindavan and go live in an ashram for widows? Why don't you go do that? So I sent your wife and your mom off to Vrindavan to go live in an ashram. And I was done with them. Isn't that what pure devotees do with women when they're done with them? Pikachu. That's my story. I'm sticking to it, okay? I'm sticking to it. Here, well, since you're back, since Pikachu's back, I guess we got to do this. So there's some more of this.
He should not judge from what he knows from before, There are special cases. You are a special case, completely different. Can't you see that it's different? You
Yeah.
know, it's completely different.
Well, that's the thing. When you're not purified and you're under those principalities, that it hides the real.
What happened, Pikachu? What happened, Pikachu? You calling your mom? Well, he has to cry. He has to cry to prove that he's advanced. If he doesn't cry, then he's not, you know. Hey, come on, Pikachu. Don't you want to talk to Sisupal? Don't you want to talk to Sisupal, Pikachu? It's Pikachu and Sisupal time. Come on. What happened? What happened? You calling your mom to see if I really had sex with her and send her off to Vrindavan and live in a widow's ashram? Little mama's boy. What happened, Pikachu? Oh, Pikachu guys, Fifi's hurt again, I guess. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's take a look at this one. You know, having Pikachu in here is fun. I mean, I don't know. It's like that was fun. He forgot I'm a comedian. I guess he forgot I'm a comedian.
Jai! Haribol.
You gotta be insane to put your baby on one of these fucking freaks' lap. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be out of your goddamn mind. I can't. You gotta get your kid away from these freaks. You gotta get your kid away from these freaks. You gotta get your kid away from these freaks, man. You put your kid on this freak's lap. That poor kid is traumatized. That poor kid is traumatized. That kid's gonna have nightmares. Is that a baby or his new wife? Yeah, I'm not sure if that's his baby or his new wife. No, I just get weird with your mom and your wife. I get weird with them. We have a good time. We have a really good time, man. I get freaky with your mom. I have her dress up. She dresses up. I have her dress up like Radharani, and then I take her down by the river and we have a Rasa dance, and I have a Rasa dance with your mom. I do that. I do that every full moon. I only do it on the full moon, so don't get mad. I only do it on the full moon. I only do it on the full moon. Oh my God! Oh God! Look at these freaks. This baby is cursed. This baby is cursed. This baby is cursed. This baby's gonna commit suicide before it turns 3. Oh my God! That's insane. That is insane. You can't. What is this? Hello, I'm from India. I'm a proud Hindu, and I've been following ISKCON for 2 years. Well, that's too bad. Nothing grows there, only chant, and spread Hare Krishna. What the hell was that? I forgot to live my life. Well, I'm glad you realize that. Hey, congratulations. Join the club. What the hell was that? That's what we're all saying. We're all here. We're with you, man. We're with you 100%. What the hell was that? I agree. You're my new best friend, man. What is your name? Nick. Let me just call you Nick. Look, Nick, join the club, man. I'm glad you found us. I'm glad you found us. I know. Sarah wolves don't know human baby vampires. That that child is gonna have problems, man. I'm telling you. Oh, Pikachu, don't forget to kiss Gorohari's foot today. Yeah, you gotta get some of that foot fungus. Hey, Pikachu, what else what else you want to know about me and your mom? I mean, I think I told you about enough about me and your mom. What else you want to know? I mean, what else you want to know? I know we got someone and Nikki, you know, I'm not against Hinduism. You want to be a Hindu? I'm not. I have something against super white Hindus, but a proud Hindu. I mean, be a proud Hindu, man. All great, good for you. Good for you. Oh man, what happened to Pikachu? Where'd Pikachu go? He's traumatized. He's traumatized. Pikachu's traumatized, I guess. Oh man, they're fucking nut. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I promise. There's one more because I'm having fun. When I'm having fun, I'm having fun. I don't know what to say. When I'm having fun, I mean, I got Gorohari giving, you know, putting a hit out on me. Gorohari's got a hit out on me now. I'm Sisupal, so he's got a hit out on me. I got trolls in here telling me that I better get my shit together or before it's too late. It's crazy. It's crazy. This entire HK cult and the things they do are simply ridiculous. I can't believe how much secondhand embarrassment I feel watching those still in the cult. I agree with you, Tim. And it's also very dangerous. This cult is very dangerous. And while I didn't think that I was very. What do you want? You got more? What you get us? What do you have anything to say, Pikachu? The brain rot joke was not funny the first 50 times you said it. It's not going to be funny the next 50 times you say it. Do you have anything to say? I mean, make a joke, put me down, insult me, say something. I don't know. I don't know what you want. I mean, the brain rot joke. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's the brain rot. I mean, the guy's got no sense of humor. He comes back for more. I don't know what he wants. I guess he's looking for a child bride. We got no child brides here. You're in the wrong group if you're looking for an 11-year-old girl to marry. Maybe by you, Makunda. So now you're just gonna are you just typing in words? Are you just typing in words that have no meaning? Because I can say words too. Log, cabin, dog, beach, swim, house. I don't know. Is that it? Is that it? I know. Pikachu. Look at that. Pikachu must be single because if he had a girlfriend, he wouldn't be talking to me. I mean, if you had a relationship with someone, serious with someone, would you come in here and bug me? That's so funny. Look, I know it turns you on. That sexual child abuse and stories about sexual child abuse turns you on. I know you like that. You pedophiles like to hear about that stuff, and you want me to tell you the details of what happened with my daughter. But I'm not going to do it because I'm not going to indulge in your sick fantasies. The fact that you would want to come in here and talk about that just shows that you're a sick fucking cult member, and I just can't. I can't understand it. Is she coming at you soon and you projected on it? No, but I'll be coming on your mom. I'll be coming on your mom pretty soon. If next time I see her, I'll do that. I'll do that for you. You want me to do that for you? I'll do that for you. I'll even call out your name while I'm doing that. I'll call out your name while I'm doing that. No, don't ban him yet, because I got a few more insults for him and his mom. Forrest Gump at a bench, Makunda. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's the best. Is that the best you got, really? That I'm Forrest Gump sitting on a bench? I mean, look, Apu, I don't know what you're trying to get done in here, but it's not happening. I get angry. I'll get angry at him in a minute when I want to, but here he goes again with the brain rot. See, it's still not funny. No, you're the one with the child marriage. See, this is something else that cults always want to do. They always want to turn it around and say that you're the child molester. I'm the pedophile, even though it was my daughter that was molested by someone that kind of looks like this. You kind of look like the guy that molested my daughter. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah. He looked just like you. He looked just like you. Are you in California? Are you in California? Because you look like the guy that molested my daughter. He looked. I'm being honest. He looked just like you. His name was Ajit Singh. I'll never forget that fucker's name. His name was Ajit Singh, and he looks just like you. He looked just like you. You live in California? Because maybe you're the guy that molested my daughter, and you're just coming in here just to fucking give me a hard time about it. Yeah, it is you. I knew it was you. I knew it was you. So Pikachu, if I ever see you in person, now you better hope I don't. Because it's been almost 30 years. It's been almost 30 years, and I've been waiting 30 years to meet up with you. I've been waiting about 30 years to meet up with you. So if I ever meet up with you, we'll have a discussion about what you did with my daughter. And I guarantee it. I guarantee it. You want to share? Go ahead, man. We want to hear. We want to hear it because that's what we do here. Is we share, and we community with each other. So absolutely, you want to share away. I know they love it here. Did I forget the ABCs of Krishna consciousness? No, I didn't forget the ABCs of Krishna consciousness. I reject Krishna consciousness. Just like I rejected your mom. And when I was done with her, and I rejected her, and I sent her off to Vrindavan to go live in a widow's ashram. I rejected your mom, and I used your mom just like I used Krishna consciousness. And when I was done with it, I came to my senses, and I realized how disgusting Krishna consciousness is. And then I realized how disgusting your mom is. And I rejected them both. I rejected your mom. I rejected Krishna consciousness. And I sent your mom off to live in a goddamn widow's ashram. In December 2025, I got a job at ISKCON. I worked there, and my work was shooting videos for social media and editing. Within 1 month, from 400 followers to 10,000 followers. Wow, you must have been pretty good at your job. So how much money did you make? Hey, I can answer that. 0. Nick made 0. $0. $0. So what happened to Pikachu? Pikachu left. Those days I decided not to work for them anymore. I told them I got a job somewhere else. They held my payment for 1 month just because I left. The cult said that you have to tell us 1 month ago. So I guess I was right. You got 0. You got 0. How could I predict the future 1 month before? That basic knowledge they didn't know. Yeah, they held my payment, my hard work for 1 month. So I'm glad you left. Yeah, it's good you left. But why did you leave? You didn't leave because of why'd you leave? You didn't leave because of the payment. You didn't leave because of the job. Yeah, it's funny. They talk about how they're holy and they're on this level of Krishna consciousness and the ABCs and all that stuff, but they have no compassion for someone who's been abused. They have no compassion for the victim or the victim's father. How do you think the victim's father feels that their little girl has been violated, has been harmed by some creep? They don't care. They don't care about the family. They don't care about the daughter. They don't care about the victim. But they want to talk about ABCs of the Krishna consciousness, but they have no compassion for anyone or anything. All they hear is that Gaura Hari is a piece of shit, and that hurts their feelings. And because their feelings get hurt, that gives them the right to be a horrible person. They can wish violence and harm and death on someone. They can ridicule someone's harmful past. They don't care about any of that. That's how these people are. That's why it's a cult. They're disgusting people. They're disgusting people. Can you imagine, that is something that none of us would do. None of us, okay, I'm going to say it like this. You look at these people in here, right? You go, okay, these people are crazy. But if this guy's daughter was molested by somebody, or Noodles' daughter was molested by somebody, or Madhu Mangala Das's daughter was molested, or Hotfoot's daughter was molested by somebody, as much as we think these people are crazy, as much as we think that they're being exploited, I would never go in there and say, hey, and start making fun of this guy's daughter that was abused, or making fun of this guy because I find out that this guy's daughter was abused in the cult. I would never go in there and just start making fun of him and his daughter and talking about it. I don't think anybody in here would do that. I don't think anybody in here, not Eliana, not AJ, not Jenna Morton, not Ghana, not Eliana again, none of you would go in and harass somebody like that. I don't think, I wouldn't. I made fun of the guy's mom because he was being an asshole, and I'm being a comedian, But I would never go in there and if I knew that his mom, something, lost her leg in a car accident, I would never go in there and start making fun of his mom. There's this, there's this thing, there's this basic decency. Basic decency. I would never personally attack a victim or those who went through anything physical, mental, psychological abuse by cult members and organizations. I mean, I would never attack a victim, an abuse victim, or an abuse victim's family. I just would never do it. I mean, I might, I'll talk shit to Hotfoot. I'll talk shit to these people. But even like Gorahari, if he said, my daughter got abused by a truck driver or a guru or whatever, I would never bring that up and say, well, that's why your daughter was. I would never do that. I'll talk shit. I will talk shit, but I would never do that. I just would never do that. It would never even cross my mind to do that. With these holy people, evidently, if you love Krishna enough, you can become the most horrible person on the planet. You left because it was too hectic a job. Only seva. Wow. I'm glad you got out, because it's a dangerous cult, and they could have really messed up your mind. They could have really messed up your mind, and you could have ended up like one of these freaks. You could have ended up like one of these freaks, and it'd be all over for you. So I'm really glad you got out, and I hope you never go back. I hope you just never ever go back. I know these people, they're vile people. It's like, what does my daughter have to do with anything? What does my daughter have to do with anything that I've been talking about? I didn't bring her up. I don't bring her up. It's part of my history. It's part of what happened, but I don't sit here and talk about her. It shows how sick, violent, and evil these psychopaths are. It's like the more we dive in to this Gorahari and this Lord Chaitanya's grace place, the more disgusting and psychopathic and sociopathic it is. I mean, did anybody ever? I mean, I thought it was just a bunch of lunatics, but they're really evil, vile, disgusting, psychopathic lunatics. Yeah, I'm really glad that you left, man. I'm not only am I glad that you left, but I'm glad you found us, so that you can share with us, and you can learn, and we can all hear stuff. You can hear from us, and we can hear from you. I think I'm glad you found us. I really am. Yeah, everybody's a gangster until they get punched in the face. I know, a beggar, a beggar could make more than that. Yeah, it's were they paying you in prasadam? I hope they weren't paying you in prasadam. And if they were, was it carrot halava? Because I hope it wasn't carrot halava. You say, take that carrot halava back. You paying me in prasadam, but not carrot halava. What is it? Ekadasi every day? Yes, absolutely. They brainwash you into thinking that the $106 was plenty. I know, man. I'm so glad you got out, man. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And no more.
I can dance. Boom, 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 boom. You sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, boom, boom. Yay!
Yeah, Pikachu's your typical devotee who likes to show others how much knowledge she has in Krishna consciousness. We're not in a competition with anyone about who knows more. Yeah, and not only are we not in a competition about who knows more, I'm always saying, like, I don't know, I forgot, and I'm no guru, I'm no anything, I'm no super white Hindu, and I have to admit, I never thought I was a super white Hindu. I never wanted to give a lecture. I never wanted to, like they'd say, we'd have a program, and it was like Prabhupada's appearance day, and we'd have a little program, and everyone's got to go around and say, and say something to Prabhupada, say something to the statue, and they're all sitting there talking to the statue. Oh, Prabhupada, thank you for giving us these books, and thank you for giving us this wonderful prasad, and whatever the fuck we were saying. But we would do that. It sounds so crazy. It sounds so crazy, but we did that. We sit there, and I'm talking to this fucking statue. I'm talking to the fucking statue, and I'm going, oh, thank you. But when everyone was going around, we were going around in a circle, and I knew it was coming to me, and I was like, I don't want to do this, man. I just don't want to. I don't want, because everybody's like, Srila Prabhupada, the most, they want to be all fancy and poetic and show how nice they can make a thing, And I'm like, I'm not into. I wasn't a comedian, so I wasn't into like performing. Like now, I'd be like, hey, I want to be the first one. I'll be the first one. Where's the microphone? But back then, it was like, I don't want to do that. And they get to me, and they're like, Sri Mukunda, say something to Prabhupada, and I'm like, oh, Prabhupada, thank you for these books. These books are so wonderful. They are saving the world, and I'm so glad that I can serve you by distributing your wonderful, glorious books. That's all I knew what to say. I didn't know what to say, and that's what I said. It was crazy. Yeah, we're all here to just expose cults and share, man. And yeah, they just expose themselves. They expose themselves every chance they get, and we don't even. It's not like pulling teeth. It's just like they spit the teeth out. It's like we don't even have to pull them. It's like we don't have to prod and get it out of them. It's like they just volunteer. They're just like, hey, I'm racist. Hey, I'm sexist. Hey, I like child marriage. It's insane. It's insane, man.
Has the whole world gone crazy? Am I the only one around here who gives a shit about the rules?
How could a monk or brahmachari or sannyasi hold your hard-earned money? They're completely a cult. Yeah, because they're not monks and brahmachari. It's just cosplay. They're just cosplaying. They're just cosplaying. There's a bunch of cosplaying criminals is what they are. They're just a bunch of cosplaying criminals. It's a fucking cult. Yeah. Where's the kindness? It ain't there. Where's the compassion? It ain't there. Where's the Daya Baba? No, man. No. No. Oh, what do we got? Another one. Hey, are you you're another one of these child marriage guys, right? You another child marriage? Why you calling me? You want to call me a pedo? See, you want to call me a pedo when you're the one that likes this child marriage shit. So we got more. Oh, so did you guys just learn this brain rot joke and like that's all you can say now? It's like you got like like it's stuck in your head like a mantra? Or you're Pikachu? Okay, Pikachu. You came back for more. You want to hear more about me and your mom? I'll give you more about me and your mom. Because, your mom doesn't wear panties underneath her friggin' sari. So when we get together, I have easy access to your mom because she doesn't wear any panties. Did you know that? Did you know that your mom doesn't wear any panties? Did you know that? Did you know that your mom doesn't wear panties? I know. I know. You don't know, but I know. You know how, and it's a good thing she don't wear any panties because, kind of like odor. There's a bit of an odor down there. I'm not trying to embarrass you or anything, but your mom does have kind of a bit of an odor down there. It's kind of like some spoiled curry. It's kind of like it's kind of a cross between spoiled curry and kind of like that tomato chutney stuff. I don't know. It's like, one time I told her, I said, she was taking her panties down, and I smelled that like burnt chutney, and I was like, oh, put the panties back on. Just put the panties back on. We're not doing this. We're not doing it this time. Yeah. So, yeah, Nikki, I'm just really glad you found us. I'm really glad you found us. I'm looking forward to you coming back, and I'm glad Pikachu found us too, because now I got to work on my mom jokes. I got something to do. I got something to do between now and tomorrow. Is I can write a bunch of mom jokes, and Pikachu can come back, and I can try them out, and we'll see how they are, and we can vote on which mom jokes to keep. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm not good at roasting, but I got this guy here, so I don't know. I don't know what. I'm not good at roasting. But when you got these guys in here, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. So listen, hey everybody, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. I'm sorry, Pikachu. You got to come in at the beginning, and then I'll focus on you for the whole show. I can do that. I can even put your profile picture on the thumbnail. We can do that. Yeah, the mom jokes. Okay. I'm not good at roasting. I really am not. I was just playing it by ear, and I got lucky. I mean, I got lucky. But yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining in tonight. It was a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun when they come in here and they try to act smart and they try to act like they know something, and then they act vile and disgusting. I mean, we get a whole picture of what this cult is about, what this Gora Hari character is about, the violence, the victim shaming, the victim blaming, the not having any compassion, not having any, humanity, no decency, nothing that we have as a human being, as a non-cult member human being. We have all of these things. But and yet they want to be, they want to think that they're holy, that they're loving God. We're loving God. This is Krishna Prem. Yeah, I'll hold my breath. I'll hold my breath. He's gonna be like, "Your mom, your mom couldn't tie a cow to a fence." This is my joke. Your mother, your mother is like your mother couldn't churn butter with a rope. Wait, I have one more. I have one more mother joke for you. Your mother is look like a cow butt. That's what I would expect. That's what I yeah. Yeah, you just wrote a bunch. I just wrote that was you. Your mother is like a milk-maid stool. Your mother is a fat like a shop owner daughter. Your mother is like a parikram path with no temple on it. Your mother. Yeah, yeah, buddy. I'm sure you have a great sense of humor. It's so funny. Yeah, so so I know this is funny. Man, I can't. I don't want to go. I want to stay. You know, it's the middle of the night for me. I got nothing to do, but it's just so late. It's like marathon. It's like marathon man. Marathon men. You are like a marathon man. You are like a marathon man. You are very funny. You very funny man. Sri Makunda, you very, very bad man. Very bad man. Yeah, I was in the cult. I was in ISKCON for 20 years. I was in ISKCON for 20 years, and I've been out for 14 years. And I've made a bunch of videos. What you can do is you can go to my channel, and you can start watching my videos. I got videos. I'll tell you everything you need to know. You got everything you need to know. I've said it. I've said it all a couple times. So so you could just go scroll through my videos. Look at in fact, just the last couple of nights we've been having a lot of fun. Wouldn't you say we've been having a lot of fun? We've been having a lot of fun the last couple of nights. Not as much fun as Pikachu. Not as much fun as I had with Pikachu's mom. Now, the night I was spent with Pikachu's mom, now that was a night. Let me tell you about that night. We went down to Walking Street. I went into this Indian club. It's called Rasa Leela, and I'm not joking. It's called Rasa Leela. And I went in there, and it was packed full of Indians. And I'm looking around, and I see this, she's okay. Your mom's okay. She's not a looker, but I wouldn't kick her out of bed, and I didn't. So I see this Indian woman, and I was like, "Hey, aren't you Pikachu's mom?" And she was like, "Yes, I am Pikachu's mom." And I was like, "Oh, okay, Mrs. Pikachu. Can I buy you some beetle nuts?" And she was like, "Yes, I like beetle nut." And I was like, "Okay, we'll get some beetle nut, and we'll go back to my condo. You want to go back to my condo?" So I took Pikachu's mom back to my condo. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah. You come out here to Thailand, I'll get you some complimentary tickets. Oh, that's funny. No, I'm amusing in chat. I'm entertaining. Daughter and mother abuse. Yeah. Hey, go watch my videos, buddy. Go watch my buddies. Hey, look, we got what do you call it? One hit wonder here with the brain rot joke. Brain rot Tananda. I guess just say brain rot. It was funnier when you said brain rot. If you want, I can give you some comedy classes. You know what, Pikachu? If you want me to help you with your comedy, I'll definitely help you with your comedy. Dementia Walla, that's not bad. You're getting better. Dementia Walla is a little bit better. It still doesn't punch as well as it could. What would punch better than Dementia Walla? How about your guru Gorahari is a piece of shit? How's that? Is that now that's funny. You see, that really hit. It was funny. It was a put down. It had the K sound in there. All of that. It was pretty good. So if you're gonna come in here and just talk about my daughter, I'm gonna ban you because you're just a sick fuck. That's just a sick fuck. He's gonna keep coming in here and talking about my daughter like that. I don't know. I don't understand it. Yeah, it's all he knows how to say. Brain rot. I'm going to call you brain rot for the 500th time, and maybe it will be funny. I want to talk about your daughter because I can't stop thinking about 11 and 12-year-old girls. All I can think about is my 11 and 12-year-old wife. And every time I hear the word daughter, I think about an 11-year-old girl that I want to marry. That's all I can think about. Oh, these people are just too much. Excuse me. These people are really too much. But they're crazy, but they're crazy dangerous, and that is really yeah. Anytime they mention my daughter, I'm just banning them out. I mean, it's what they have no. Like I said, they have no decent. I mean, who does that? I mean, they think it's funny. They think it's funny that a little girl gets molested by these gurus. They think that's funny. Like that's how they counter. Oh, you're calling this a cult? Well, then I'm going to attack your daughter. That's is crazy, right? I mean, who does that? Who does that? Who does that type of shit, man? It's crazy. These people are insane. I'm telling you, they're insane. Like sometimes when I talk about the Tatva Darshan thing and how they, threaten me and they were sending these emails and they wanted to come down and, we'll settle it man to man. How about we meet in front of the temple? We'll come down to LA and we'll handle this. What are you supposed to take from that? What is that? What is that? What are you supposed to? What is that supposed to mean? That's how these people are. They resort to violence. They resort to violence because they get their feelings hurt. You said something about Dickie Slavin, and now I have to get violent. That's mafia shit. You say something bad about you say something bad about the Don, or you offend the mafia guy, they come and they whack you. Shoot you in the back of the head or something. And that's how these gurus think. Oh, you said something bad about Gorahari? Well, we'll cut your head off. You better get your head fixed before it's too late. Well, what does too late mean? Before it's too late. What does that mean? Does that mean I have to do some special on a time schedule, or there's something else is going to happen? I mean, what are you trying to say? Seriously, what are you trying to say? Before it's too late, what? He thinks it's funny that young girls are abused by the men in the temples, or that when women folks stood up against temple authorities, they're being manhandled by temple wardens. Yes, absolutely. It's funny. That's their response. That's like the MAGA response, right? They shoot a woman in the face in Minneapolis, or in Minnesota, wherever, right? The ICE agents, they shoot the lady in the face, and what do the cult members do? Oh, she deserved it. Oh, she was this, she was that. It's funny to them. They're making jokes about it. And then they shoot the other guy. They shoot the other guy, and they make jokes about that. They think that's funny. They think it's funny. They're calling him a terrorist. He's this, he's that. All these things. Because it's a cult. Violence to them is funny. It's funny. They're like bombing Iran and going to war. It was fun. It's like a video game. I don't care. Yeah, come in here, threaten me, and then want to bring up my daughter. I mean, what does that? That's mafia shit, right? I mean, that's what the mafia does. They don't like you. They come into your house and they threaten you. You better pay up by Friday. If you don't pay up by Friday, we're gonna come in. I'll break your legs and be ashamed if anything happens to your daughter. Right? So I exercise my freedom of speech. I'm on YouTube with my freedom of speech, just like he's on YouTube with his freedom of speech, preaching about he's the greatest guru that's ever walked the face of the earth. And I'm got my freedom of speech saying, guy's a fake and a phony. I got to pay for that. Somehow I got to meet with violence. Not only do I got to meet with violence, but now he's going to bring up what happened to my daughter. Because why? Yeah, absolutely. Altogether, yeah. In India, people assume that ISKCON is Indian, but when I checked, I see GBC, they're mostly foreigners. And if foreigners control it, mostly foreigners have eaten beef in their life. Yeah, it's white super Hindus. It's a cult of white super Hindus. It's not Indian. They have Indians in there. Indians can join. And Indians can be gurus. But it's a white cult. It's a white supremacist pedophile cult. Because white supremacy and pedophilia go together. It's a white super Hindu cult. And a lot of them don't like Indians. A lot of the white super Hindus, they don't like Indians. Cow is like mother for us. Then how can a beef-eating person teach us about Sanatana Hinduism? Well, the answer is they can't. They can't because they're not Hindus. They're just cosplaying. They're not any more Hindu. They're not any more Hindu than I'm friggin' astronaut. I can dress up like an astronaut, but that doesn't make me an astronaut. I actually have to go in a rocket and go into outer space to be an astronaut. It's just because I dress up like an astronaut and walk around like an astronaut and do this.
I can dance. Boom, 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 Sing it with me, and then you'll know. Boom, 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 yay!
That doesn't make me an astronaut. It doesn't make me a Hindu. It doesn't make me a Hindu. But according to Prabhupada can, and he can turn them into Hindus, and that not only Hindus, he can go, and he can turn them into super Hindus. They're like super duper Hindus. And they're just such super duper Hindus that they're better than every other kind of Hindu. And especially the white super Jewish Hindus. Those are the best. like Dickie Slavin and Hridayananda and Jayadwaita and all these guys. If you're lucky enough, you can get a white super Jewish Hindu, and then you're really set. Yeah, because they're super white Hindus. Yep, they can do anything. The super white Hindu to the rescue. Here he's back again. Hey, wait a minute. It's brain rottenanda again. Dementia loca is turning. Oh, you're so sweet. Let's take a look at your idiot again. Let's take a look at your idiot. Here's your idiot.
Vrindavan. That's really the problem. The real Vrindavan is
Watch
hid
this.
by people
Hey, look at
like
this.
him, and also like these gurus who claim to be representatives. They're both doing the same thing. They claim to be authorities, on the right path. See, they claim to be authorities, but they hide the real path. Only those who prove that the real Vrindavan is like the scriptures are describing, the vision of the revealed scriptures. The vision of the revealed scriptures is the devotees there are very ecstatic naturally because of their natural affection for Krishna. We have devotees like that here who have a naturally developed affection for Krishna. Okay? So these people, they imitate it, whether you're in the movement or outside of it. If you claim to be an authority, and you get people off the real path when the real path is here. See, the kingdom of God is the devotee here manifesting this intimate worship. See, that's the door, is just accepting that, like Lord Chaitanya. See.
All he does, it's so ridiculous because all he does is just blabber on. All he does is blabber on. He never says anything. He never says anything. Yeah. Yeah. The super white Hindus. Well, you're almost right, Eliana. The brown Hindus are there to give legitimacy to the super white Hindus. You see, the brown Hindus make the white Hindus legitimate because they're like, well, see, we got brown Hindus in here too. See, the brown Hindus are the token. Does he have? Oh, I was in the live. Yeah, I was in there. Hey, come back, man. We want to hear more, man. We want you to come back and join us again. Same time, same bat channel. Definitely come back. We want to hear from you again. Absolutely. He picks his ideas from the Ass of Lord. He never says like Lord Chaitanya says this, and then like it says in the Bhagavatam, blah 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 blah. And as it says in the Nectar of Devotion, blah 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 blah. I mean, when we would have a class, when Yashoda Nandan would give a lecture, or anybody would give a lecture, it wasn't always Yashoda. It would be Yashoda, or someone else. It was always like storytelling, philosophy, verses all mixed together. A little storytelling, like I went to the store and kind of put whatever we're talking about into real terms. Like, I went to the store and I had to control my senses because of whatever. So you use that. And then while telling that story, it's like, I had to control my senses. I went to the store and I could smell all this stuff, but I had to control my senses because, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, blah, 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 blah. So I controlled my senses, and I went down the aisle, and I just got what I needed, and I went back, and I did it. Because Krishna says, one who is steady in mind, and blah, 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 and they go on. And that's how the lectures would go. It's like personal experience, Shastra, verse, maybe a little bit of purport, maybe a little bit of what Prabhupada said. I remember when Prabhupada said this. And mixing it up like that. This guy is none of that. It's just, Chaitanya, you're an associate of the Lord, and you get the mercy, and only one who has the mercy is the one who's the bona fide guru is the one who has the mercy, man. And then you're automatically on that level, man, because Radharani, she's a pure person, man. Radharani, she's all there, and she wants you to come to Vrindavan. And then when you come to Vrindavan, man, that's when you Rupa Nuga out, man. Because then we just Rupa Nuga, we Chaitanya, we Sanatana, we Bhatta Gopal, whatever. That's all he does. The fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I mean, it's bullshit. But that's what, if you're not a guru, then you're not going to have a disciple. They don't care. They're like, hey, do you know any verses or anything? Do you know a verse? Can you recite a verse here now and then? No, I'm not reciting no verses. Nectar of Devotion, most scamming book out there. Nectar of Instruction, yeah. They're all scamming. So, okay. Hey, listen, everybody. It's been a long one. It's been so much fun. It's been fun. I'm going to tell you, I had about 4 hours in a long time. It's been a lot of fun, and I want to thank each and every one of you. Fake Human, Ghana, Eliana, Fake Human again, AJ, Rafal, and Nick for coming in, and just everybody. I can't go through all the names. I'll be here for another 4 hours, but I want to thank everybody for this. It's been so much fun. I got to try out some jokes, which was really a lot of fun. Yes, it's been a marathon day. Well, we had some trolls, man. The trolls are fun. The trolls are fun. Ding, we're over for the day. That's been a long class. Everybody, I want to thank you all. So please have a great day, great night, great morning, great afternoon, great evening. If you want, you can send me a message over at itsmikesandoval.com. If you're hungry, have a great brunch. Pikachu, go say hi to your mom. Go say hi to your mom, and everybody, like, share, and subscribe. Have some great luck, and please stay out of a cult. Get out of the cult, everybody. Please get out of the cult. And for all you trolls out there, here I am when I was a Hare Krishna. I know it's going to shock the fuck out of you, but I actually know what I'm talking about. All right, everybody.